My 7TV emotes are breaking. Welcome to the LSDJAM 2024, hosted by Figglewatts. I think they've hosted this multiple times. So the LSDJAM, if you don't know, is a jam for games that feel a lot like... How do I say this? That feels a lot like that one game that we played, which was LSD Emulator, or LSD Dream Emulator. I think that was the one. That weird game where you walk around and there's like just a bunch of weird stuff happening. The game that we found out was actually very popular back in like the 2000s or something, the 2010s, with a bunch of Let's Players. So I searched that up, by the way, and I found out everyone played it. Yeah, like Jacksepticeye, Markiplier. Like at the time, those like big YouTubers were playing it, and I was like, oh, I had no clue, because I don't watch YouTube. So when I found that out, I was like, wow, this is pretty interesting to sort of see, because I had come to it late. And what's interesting is that we found the LC Jam last time. And so you kind of know the shtick of it by now, because we've done this like twice now. But again, it's a jam that tries to recreate the feeling that you get from that game, right? Which is the idea of going through surreal landscapes. The interesting part is that it doesn't force the submissions to be just that. You can do anything that you want with the submissions, as long as it has the general concept of you're going through a surreal landscape. So you actually get a lot of interesting, different kinds of games as submissions. Why you should play LSD Dream Emulator? Okay, and it's interesting to sort of see, because to have a concept like that that's super general, I think you can go very far with it. Because a lot of games, in many ways, can feel like fever dreams. A lot of games can feel like somebody's fever dream where they're going through it, and it's like you don't really know why they made this or why they're doing this, or like why you're doing any of this, or why the story is being told. Like, imagine if Kojima wasn't famous, but he still had the ability to make the games that he does. Okay? I don't know how. Imagine if Kojima... Snow job. Imagine if Kojima was a nepo baby and had like $1 trillion. So he could still make games the way that he does. Now imagine if he took Death Stranding and put it inside the LSD Jam. I think it would fit. Okay? Snow Job would too, but I think Snow Job 4 is a better fit than Snow Job 1. By the way, we already have Snow Job 2 and 3 planned out, and Snow Job 4 we'll figure it out as we go, okay? But because it's so general, you can do anything with it, that you end up with a lot of interesting submissions. We're not going to play all of these. There's actually a fair amount. I think there's like 47 or something. We don't have time. So we're just going to play maybe like a handful for the next like hour and a half or so. So we'll see how far we can get through it. But that's the gist of what the LC Jam is. We actually are going to see some familiar names as well from people who make games I really enjoy, like Figglewatts themselves, who made Dreams, the Vignette City or something. That one was a really interesting sort of like demo of a full game. And Solar Raptor, which made Interior Worlds, which was that like weird liminal photography. Well, it wasn't really liminal. It was like that weird photography game where you're exploring something. It's like if Infra had a baby with like a horror game, basically. So we're gonna go through these games. There's no particular order to these games. I simply just put it into a random order so as to be as fair as possible. Like I did like that randomization thing on the line, and I got all the things to shuffle. So I don't know what the order is going to be like. We're just gonna play it and see how it goes. Okay. But I did write it down here, so we get to see every single one. And as well, the background track will disappear every now and then as we move on into the games. And the first one that we're going to be playing is a game called Contract Dreams by Yage, Flying Crates, and Error Code. So again, I'll link you to each and every single submission. Because, and again, all of these are very interesting, and I do think you should try it yourself if you want to. Just give me a moment to actually cite this. Also, we had a discussion about movies and musicals before. Why don't they make animation versions of real movies instead of the other way around? Because that's uncanny. Like, imagine you see Ryan Reynolds, but like a 3D version of him. It would feel uncanny. It'd feel terrifying in its own way. And I don't know. Do you understand? There's ramifications to what you just asked for. There are real life consequences. Do you understand how terrifying that would be to see? Do you know what you're doing? Anyway, so this is contract dreams. The chroma key is off. Full life consequences. You know what? Okay, think about this, right? You can't say that I'm wrong. Half-Life 2 could fit as an LSD Jam game. Like if you imagine imagine Valve didn't have Steam, but Gabe Newell was still rich, okay? And he said, "We're going to make Half-Life 2." But imagine if Gabe Newell didn't make Half-Life 1, so no one knows about him. And then one day, for the LSD Jam 1998, he submits it to that LSD Jam. Was it when did Half-Life 2 Half-Life 2 release? Half-Life 2 release date. Okay, imagine it's the LSD Jam, not 2024, but 2004, okay? And he submits it to the LSD Jam. It would fit like a glove. Like a glove. Like this game. Actually, this game actually looks like it fits like a glove too. Is this a shooter? I don't think this is a shooter. Oh. I'm not pressing anything. I'm not pressing anything. Oh, wait. I get to shoot. A half-life ago, they're gonna shoot the penis. Okay, so if you left click, okay, so you get to shoot. That's cool. Interesting. We're going home. Now that's a cool intro. Do you see why the LC Jam is so interesting? Because what is the concept of a dream? Like, what is a dream? Okay. I've heard of this idea of dream diaries. My friend used to have one, actually. She used to tell me about hers. And I think to myself, maybe I should too. Because have you ever thought about what goes on in your dreams and how it relates to your real life? It's why I said before that the song Reflector by Arcade Fire feels like it fits. Because the way that your dreams, in a way, reflect your life, the way that it feels like it reflects pieces of it while still being completely unknown, it's fascinating to sort of see everything be represented in this sort of like ethereal way. Like my dream where I'm, making music, it really, the message of that dream is that I really should get started on recording my music, but I just don't have time. But taking at face value, it's just a cool little dream about playing music, but really delving deeper into the meaning. It's about how my life is no longer in my control. You almost did a sticky and spoiled game. What game? What? That killed the bitrate for a moment. As expected. You keep having the same dream about the World of Warcraft. Some of us dream bigger than others, okay? Some of us dream bigger than others. We're gonna enter a dream. I think we should all go into a dream world involving the computer. This is how some of you live, by the way. I'm gonna be honest with you. The way that some of you describe your life, like this is how you live. I wouldn't be surprised if you're pissed on your chair the exact same way. That the food is still there after a month, and that you use a monitor just like this for the vibes. Yep, that's my table. A game that had a similar moment with the pistol. Oh, isn't that? I swear we played a couple of games, but I played games like that too. Goodbye home. What? There's no escape? Your new apartment is clean, Smedge. Oh, what's my username? Oh. Snake Eater Meat Beater. Password. Goodbye bitrate. Your username is lame. Lamest hitman account ever. What? It's not lame. Dude, Snake Eater Meat Beater? That's a good name. That's a good name. What? This display control character. Chad, I can't see my mouse anymore. Please let me in, please. Please? Hello? How do we stop the bitrate from dying? when it happens? How do we get the bitrate to play correctly? I think this one is a later dream. We do that later, okay? Everyone, just remember my username. Snake Beater? No. Snake Eater Meat Beater. Snake. Say it with me, chat. Snake Eater Meat Beater. Imagine you play. Okay, when we play Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, the remake of it, all you're going to hear me say is Snake Eater Meat Beater. There's probably a cum cloth full of fungus in the drawer. Okay. You're going on the toilet. You don't. We have to count the pixels. Okay, can you tell me how many pixels there are? Is it bad? Hey, we're going to the dump. Look. What the fuck is this? What is this? Oh, okay. It's now a shooting game. How do you reload the gun? How do you reload the gun? Chat, I don't have any bullets. I don't have any bullets. What? Oh, I know what that dream represents. Have you ever had like a dream where you try to run away from like a serial killer, or you're trying to run after someone, or you're fighting and like every punch that you throw doesn't feel like it has force? That's what that dream was about. That dream is the same feeling like that, where you don't have any force or any power left inside of your body, and you're basically rotting away. Oh god, that's disgusting. Beating the snake sounds like a euphemism. Well, so is Meat Beater. That bathroom was almost too clean. Posted screenshots of bitrate in Discord. Okay, thank you. Let's just see this. It's so blocky. I blame Twitch. Like, the one thing that is interesting is that when you go watch this on YouTube, by the way, shout out to my YouTube channel with all the VODs. I think you get a much better experience compared to what you end up seeing here, because it's just a lot easier to see everything. Oh, you know what? I need to remember. This is a game about dreams. Like, we're here to experience. Isn't that? Who is that? Chat, why does that image look so familiar? What? Why does the image look so familiar? 1946 to 2025. I swear that's an actor that recently died. Twin Peaks. Is it what? Twin Peaks. Uh-oh, my computer's lagging. Twin Peaks. Is that? Oh yeah, you're right. Twin Peaks. You're right. That's I keep forgetting his name. What's the it's not just Twin Peaks. That's like that's him. That's the director. I keep forgetting his like name though. It's not, well, it is from Twin Peaks, but it's because he's just playing basically himself. David Lynch. There we go. This is a David Lynch memorial room. That's kind of sad, actually. Oh, I can move. Tom Hanks, not Tom Hanks. You want to hear something that he said actually that I think about a lot? Every time I come on screen on the stream, and I think about this a lot actually. I think about the ways that you all live your lives, and I think about the things that you all say, and I think about the specific thing that he used to always say. Was it this one? I don't know if it was this one. Let's just try this. Yeah. Yeah, I think about this. Yeah. It'd be so beautiful. Oh man, I think about that a lot. All of you babies. Speaking of David Lynch, didn't he directed the first Dune movie? Didn't he? Yeah, I think he did the first one. Second one, well, the later ones were done by more recent ones. Did Twin Peaks? Did that? He did a lot actually. He was a very surprisingly prolific director and just general creator. He also did a lot of weird collaborations. Like This is before all the allegations, and this is before we knew he was problematic. Okay, not he as in David Lynch. He did this one bit with Louis C.K. that was fantastic. It was such a good little bit that had every single. It felt like a condensation of who he was and his feelings towards towards like others, which was funny to me. Interact. It's David Lynch.
It's December 16, 2022, and if you can believe it, it's Friday once again. Here in LA, a cloudy morning.
What? Oh, it's So if you don't know, he also did these like weird. He's a weird dude. He used to. I don't know if it's like vlogs or something, but like he used to do these things where he used to do like a almost like a radio show, where he would go on and he would start off by saying what the weather was like, and then he would talk about like anything. Like he would just talk about anything. Like he was a very weird dude who had a lot of weird things going on. You know, there was one time he was just found out in like just some random place with a cow or something. Or like a billboard for something, and he was just sitting there, and people could just walk up to him and like talk to him. Like he's just a weird dude. He's basically every streamer wants to be like him. Every streamer wants to be like David Lynch. Every streamer wishes they could be as casually weird as him. Because like this is the thing, right? Every streamer does this where they pretend to be weird and they try their hardest to be like, you know, wacky, crazy, like lol, XD, so random. But he didn't need that. He was just weird. He exuded his own aura, and he simply lived his life the way that he wanted to. And when he did, he realized that that was the only way to live. And actually, he also gave amazing life lessons too, because he said, and I quote, when you, I always write everything down, because when I forget something, I feel like I want to kill myself. I feel like I want to commit suicide. Like he's a very relatable person despite being weird, and I think that's a problem with a lot of the streamers today is they try to be lol XD weird, but they don't think about what it means to be human. First and foremost, they think being weird is in a way superseding the humanity, but being human leads to the weirdness. Like life is weird. Life as a whole is strange. Everything about life is strange. So when you force yourself to be weird and you leave your humanity behind, you end up being an empty shell of a person because you're not really alive anymore. You're not even like a person. You're not even like a caricature of a person or like a stereotype of a person. You're just a thing. You're just like a thing. You're just a concept, but you're not a person. You know what I mean? Like David Lynch, he was a person. And because he was a person and he was his whole person, he was able and it felt free to be weird. Whenever I forget something, I feel like I want to commit suicide. I swear to God, he said that multiple times. Okay, I guess that's how I leave. Life is strange. Never watched Twin Peaks, but you learned the theme for your sister. We're gonna watch Twin Peaks. Okay, we're gonna watch Twin Peaks on the Kino. I didn't finish all of it, and I've been meaning to finish it for a long time, but you have to watch it. It's really good. Okay, so somebody write this down. The list for Kino is Blade Runner, Ghost in the Shell, Twin Peaks. So that was the David Lynch stream, and David Lynch being on the TV, a very, very, very solid choice. What is the dream of going outside? What does the dream of going outside feel like? You got a shitty media personality who has the nuclear launch codes. What does that even mean? What is that in like reference to? Like, what's the punchline? what's the connection? What's the punchline? Or you know what it is? A lot of you just want to say things to get certain topics out of your head, and you treat this like a live journal or like a MySpace blog, right? And I'm telling you right now, you can go to GeoCities or like Neospaces or like Geospaces and make your own little like blog for like $5 per month, or even like a free one actually, and you can get some really cool CSS themes. Because there's nothing, there is no. How do you go from that? How do you go from David Lynch to that? No, I know what you're referencing. But how do you go from David Lynch to that? Like, that's what I mean, is like, some of you just want to say things. And you always say, oh, streaming is like an easy job and stuff, right? I'm drinking milkshake. See? You see what I mean? You always say streaming is hard, like an easy job. But I'm telling you right now, the connections that some of you make are so bewildering that I don't even think with a map could you understand what's happening. Goodbye, cure to ennui. I didn't mean to drop. I actually meant to walk around more. So that's the feeling of ennui, which I've never actually understood the feeling of ennui. I never understood the meaning of it, and so when I see the word, I think to myself, it's that word. You mean that life is strange. See, that's the problem. This is the thing, right? This is I want you to think about the connections, and I want you to think about the bridges. Because the bridges between concepts is almost as important, if not more important. We're in the court of laughs than the thing that you're saying. Like, the message of what you're saying doesn't mean anything. I want you to examine what you say and realize that what you say means nothing. And that it's all about the connections, right? Because comedy is about timing and context. It's about the ability to weave together disparate thoughts into something that makes somebody go, heh. Yeah, it seems every person in your sister's age range watched it and likes it. She's 15 years older than you. Well, so it's... I think Twin Peaks was really influential because A, it's David Lynch, but also B, because, like, you don't really get TV shows like that. Like, you don't really get TV shows that are very interesting like that. Like, a lot of TV shows... Like most TV shows that you watch aren't going to be like Twin Peaks or Breaking Bad, right? And actually, you're more likely to find a Breaking Bad than you are a Twin Peaks. That's why I think a lot of people really enjoy Twin Peaks. But the problem is that the newer generations have no attention span, and so because they have no attention span, they don't want to watch it fully because it does take a long time to ramp up into. It's a very slow burn show that, in many ways, is very hard to decipher. But that's sort of the fun of it, right? Like, not to be all like, elitist about it, but it is a weird show that it's very hard to sort of get through. But it's like I don't think it's very popular, that style of thinking anymore. You didn't understand Twin Peaks when you saw one episode. I will say I still don't get it, and I've watched like, I think, more than 10 episodes, I think. I don't actually remember when I saw it, but I watched a fair amount of it. I just didn't finish it because of like life and stuff, but I still don't understand it either. All I know is that there is a general plot where you understand you prefer House MD, where you get the story ending in one episode. What if you're a designer? You're an artist. What do you mean? You're an artist. Do you not ever? It's like fine wine. What do you mean? It's what? Well, I'm so Gen Z moment. You're an artist. You're a designer. Yeah, I'm an artist. I make shit up. I don't eat the shit. Oh man. See, like, that's the kind of context that you need to think about it, right? Look, okay, listen. I know that some of you want to blog your life, and I know that I'm the only person in your life who cares about what you have to say. And I need to tell you right now, I don't care about what you have to say. I need to remind all of you, I don't care about what you say. All right. Instead, I come to you for comedy as you do come to me for some place to commit your comedy crimes, okay? This is a safe... Well, it's not really a safe space. This is a space for you to try and commit a comedy, like, act, and then you know if it's good if I laugh. Like, this is a mutually beneficial, like streamer-viewer relationship here, where, like, we go together and we do things together, where we say things within the context of, like, something, and then we, like, try to get a laugh out of E. Because, like, we basically both live to serve others, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're doing here, chat, okay? Alright? You need to think about the connections. I don't like steak, I only eat McDonald's. Sorry, buddy. I can't comment on that. That's against trade war terms. Or communal comedy punching bag. This is the thing, right? Some of you come here, and you need to think about the connections to what you're saying, alright? Don't just say things. This is not just... If you're gonna blog, write a funny blog. If you're gonna vlog, write a funny vlog. Or communal comedy urinal. I like the urinal, the imagery of the urinal, right? I will say, in spite of the fact that everyone says, wait, no, go back. What? I'm not going back. I'm actually stuck here. I have to go down. We're gonna go down to the first floor. But just okay, look, just think about everything, okay? Just like think about this. When you say something, you're just a reply guy. You can't make your own content. No, you can. See, this is the thing, all right? All of you have the ability to make something. If there's anything that I've learned from David Lynch, it's that I should have been less afraid of being weird. I should have been, as a child, I should have been less afraid of being weird, and I should have simply embraced who I was. I should have embraced the fact that like not everybody is going to understand what I do. Not everyone's gonna understand why I do things. Not everyone's gonna like me, right? I think as a child, I yearned too much for the warmth and comfort of family to then abandon myself in the hope that they would accept me, right? Only to realize that in them accepting me, I've abandoned myself. Right? Therefore, you need to think about this. All of you are capable of doing something. You just need to be free and to embrace it. Yeah, continue with the urinal. I don't even know where we're going, actually. I think last time we jumped off was here, right? Was here? To be fair, this is a dream world, so you're meant to walk around. Embrace the cringe. I don't think any of you can be more cringe than me. like really think about the context of who I am. Right? Like some of you go on stream and you think, oh, I get to watch this person stream. But you never really think about, hi, I'm happy because everyone loves me. That's not my real feelings. I don't care if you love me. But like, think about this, okay? You come online and you watch me and you think, oh boy, I get to enjoy my streamer. But I'm almost 30. What am I doing with my life? Is that the feeling of ennui? Is that what this is trying to get me to feel? Like, is that the feeling of ennui? As you walk along these like empty roads, these lonely roads, dimly lit by dying phosphorus lights. As you walk on over and you think to yourself, well, you know what? There's a perfect song for this. This won't show up in the VOD, but if you're listening to me right now, and you're listening to your computer talk to you, my everything's lagging. You have to turn on talking heads once in a lifetime. It's very important that you listen to talking heads once in a lifetime. It's very, very important. 30, copium. We all know that you're 48 next week. That would make it even worse, right? Because my life as I know it is meaningless. Everything that I am, like everything that I do, none of it makes sense. And so you have to really think about this, right? I am cringe. This is why I want to dispel your illusions of me caring about you, or me wanting to talk to you, or me wanting to, like, you know what I mean? Or like me being something that you should look up to. One, because these relationships aren't necessarily real, and I don't have time to manage your life, including mine. Like, I tell people this consistently. We can be friends as a for fun friend thing, but I can't manage your life for you because I can barely manage mine. And I want you to really think about this, right? None of this matters. In the end, I don't know any of you. Meaning is a social construct. Holy. Let the one without cringe cast the first stone. That's no one. Everyone's cringy in their own ways. Everybody here is a cringy in their own way. One brain cell. I think we have actually cultivated like a certain mindset here together, where all of you intuitively understand what it means to be a part of this channel, right? All of you intuitively understand what it means to be weird and like cringe. And I'm glad that I've cultivated this. I haven't cultivated programmers. I've cultivated existential dread in its own way. We're gonna cut the music. Look, it's just too much. Where am I even going? That was a fun little exploration, you know? And again, like the whole idea of the LSDJAM emulator is about walking around and just like, seeing sniper rifle and just seeing things, like exploring spaces. So, why is there a sniper rifle? But I wonder what this one means, especially in the context of everything that's going on. I wonder what it all means. Because how does David Lynch fit into this war zone? This post-apocalyptic war zone? David Lynch strikes me as a very anti-war kind of guy. Bird watching? Me after walking up the stairs? Me after going to the washroom? Me on the toilet after eating a particularly spicy meal? Me when I first wake up because I have sleep apnea? Me right before I have to give a presentation? Me right after my boss calls me to his office? Me right before I go into a job interview? Me does anybody have any more relatable scenarios? Quick, I need to be relatable. Everyone's cringe, you especially. I agree. I don't know, they probably funded multiple wars. I don't believe so. I think David Lynch is a non-me. Holy shit. I can't shoot anymore. Why? I'm only allowed to shoot one bird? Really? Oh, you know what? It's about choosing the bird that you want to kill. I see. It's like, okay, which bird do you kill? This is a symbolism. This is symbolism for what it means to be in control, right? Like, and you know what? This is representative of the idea of like, sure, you have a gun that can get rid of any problem, but you only have so much ammo. You know what it is? All of you believe that you can't hold the gun. All of you believe that you can't hold the sniper rifle to shoot the bird. But I'm telling you right now, it's not that you can't, it's that you have no ammo. Right? The birds are your life problems. The gun is your solutions, like, I don't know, like taking out the like trash or going to shower. Right? The ammo is your spoons, your mental spoons. You simply don't have enough mental spoons to take care of yourself. So it's not that you can't do anything, chat. It's that the world hasn't given you the resources to do what you are capable of. In a way, you're being held back. You can hold the gun, but you can't aim. No, don't shoot that bird. No, that's the bird to success. These are pretty sick dreams, actually. And, you know, this is sort of... Again, this is why I like playing this game, Work. Because... Or like these types of games, because there's a lot to explore. And because they're made to be as abstract as possible. It's interesting to sort of think about what all of this can mean for you. What does shit one do again? I think this one was the David Lynch, right? So, no, was this David Lynch? No. This one was the gun. It's shit. How do I get to this? No. Is there anything else? No, but for real though, none of you are cringe. I think it's just... You just don't believe in yourself enough. Can you hold though? Aim and holding is synonymous with guns. No. You ever see somebody hip fire like a MAC-10? It's pretty bad. Is there actually no way to get ammo here? Like, is there no way to get the ammo in the side of your like, gun? Is there? Because I get what... I do understand what this dream means. Again, this is like those dreams where you run and you punch, but you can't do... But you can't. When you know what to do, but your body doesn't respond. Yeah, this was neat. It's very interesting, again, to sort of play through these. You hate those dreams. I actually had one recently where I was able to punch someone. Somebody was talking shit to my wife, and I was like, "Listen, buddy, calm down, all right?" I was like, "Look, we don't have to get serious, all right?" And we like, and then and then at some point, I decided to fight him, and I was fighting for my life, and I was like, "You will not say that to my wife." Insert. What? Oh. Your username is lame. Lamest. Okay, so the username is it's literally lame, right? And we'll do clear all, and then we'll do password. This is just real life. That was a chatter flirting with the wife again. But yeah, that was Contact Dreams. Again, it's I love these weird exploratory games and the ways that it like allows you to think about what the meaning of it is. This next one is called Ritual Static by Slippy Clifford, aka Hayes Geldmaker, because they have to they put their real name inside the credits, so I think it's okay for me to say their real name, but this is their game. Is it weird for me to say people's real names on this channel? Like, if I... There's one thing that's interesting about doing stuff online, is that you can be completely anonymous. Like, everything that I do is completely anonymous. My real life account for everything is like bare. There's like nothing there. So when I think about using people's real names, it's weird. Like, I've only ever, for instance, known most of my friends by their online names. It's on the wrong monitor again. Come here. Monitor number 1! Okay, chat, this is gonna be weird for me. I don't really know what to do about this, but the game is on my... It's on a whole different monitor. So, I'm just gonna hope that this works. I need to play off of the, like, my third monitor. I don't know why it does this. How about I have an idea. How about I just unplug this monitor? Wait, this is okay. This is genius. Just give me a moment. How many do I have? Oh, you know, just a casual 3. Just a casual 3. Please give it over to my main monitor, please. Yes, it's on my main. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. My GitHub is even hidden, pretty much. Well, my real life one. You know my stream one, but my real life one, yeah, that one's hidden. We're going to enter the house. What? Is this a horror game? Oh god. I can't sleep while the house is moaning. That's good. With the lower the volume. Oh god. Sorry, chat. Okay, I unplugged one monitor, so the position of the monitors is like off. Just give me a second. Uh-oh. I know today is like a weird day, but listen, me having all these issues, it feels very dreamlike or nightmare-like. Why is there like a default cube there? What? I recognize this game from somewhere. The hallway house. Can I not play this? This looks terrifying. What color are your eyes? I need to... Wait. I need to bring this over here. And then I need to do it like this. Stop. There we go. What color are my eyes? How do I get back to the monitor? Oh shit, sorry chat. I'm green. Do I feel comfortable in my house? Not really. Do I have good dreams at night? I have bad dreams. Do I standing in a dark room? Why is the computer monitor off-center? This isn't me, by the way. Like, the computer monitor is just off-center. A light hangs from the ceiling, a door stands in the corner, and a bed is set against the far wall. Open the door. There is no door in the room. What? You are standing in a dark room. Okay, turn off the light. There is no light in the room. Okay. You are standing in a cold room. A fan hangs from the ceiling. A lamp sits on the floor, and a valve jets from the far wall. Turn off the fan. There's no fan. Turn off the lamp. There's no lamp. You are standing in a lonely room. A valve juts out from the far wall. This is just like my dreams. This is the one thing about dreams that's interesting too, is that they change form constantly. It's why it's golden ratio is why it's to the side. This is a real artist. You know, I didn't notice that, but you're actually right. If you look at where the bottom left of the screen is, and then you look at the bottom left of the in-game monitor, and then you look at where the valve is, it is actually the golden ratio. That's impressive that you even saw that, and I commend you for understanding the message. I'm gonna turn the valve. Or they coded something wrong. No. You turn the valve and the room moans. You are standing in a long, dark hallway. The hall splits to left and right for a long time. Ahead of you, light spills from an open door. Go left. You walk for a very long time until the hall splits again. Left or right? Left. Go right. Left. Right? Right. Enter the room. Holy shit. The door opens into a concrete room. A static television sits on the floor. The evolved jets from the wall. A man sits in the corner facing the wall. Watch the television. The man is squirming. He left. Hey man. Hey buddy, long sleep, huh? Yeah, really long sleep. This is my sleep paralysis demon. Holy shit, this is my sleep paralysis demon. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream. I didn't know it was a horror game. Use such nice big windows in here. What are you gonna do when they're gone? What will you do when this room is all corners? Can a corner even remember guys like us? The chances don't seem good, pal. Well, I hate to say it, but you better get back in bed. Nothing good about a house in morning. Oh, so it's not moaning, it's morning. Huh. The fuck? I don't want to play that game anymore. Well, I kind of do want to play the game again. I feel like I should play the game, and I don't know if I should go back to sleep. I really don't know if I should go to sleep here. I feel like sleeping is a bad idea. I didn't expect that. Again, this is what happens when you have the LSDJAM, right? Everything is based off of dreams, so like, and dreams are very, very freeform of a concept that you can do anything with it. Sorry, there's an epilepsy warning on the stream. You think the only thing scary about the game is the motion blur? Wait, the motion blur is gone? I don't think that was motion blur. I think that was just my encoder failing to deal with the dark in the scene. I think that was just my encoder failing to get the dark to not smear. Because I think it was just smearing for you. I don't want to play the game anymore. Who will survive and what will be left of them? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is a great room, actually. Germany? Again? How come everything we play has Germany in it? Oh, spooky. Cheers, Led Zeppelin. You move. I'm good. I can't go to bed yet, there's more to do. Oh god, please no. Do you think I can clip through the wall, actually? If I go fast enough, I can get behind the door as it's closing and clip through. Oh, I can't. This is a cool house, I will say. Although, imagine like POV, your sibling is beside you, and then you just hear them scream, and they're talking about demons, right? Would you think that they had sleep paralysis, or would you think that you need to leave the home? Paris, Texas. What? What does this mean? That's a big bedroom. Yeah, I was gonna mention too that this is a rich house. Flip to the wall and teleport to the next room. Speedrun. Her stuff is almost all moved out. Oh, what? Who's her? I was gonna say maybe that's my partner, but I'm thinking it's my sibling. Why is there a guitar inside my? Why am I holding a camera? Who cut themselves? I don't know. What is going on? Who shit themselves? This is a bougie house. Don't leave. This is a great home. Okay. What is that perspective? Look, it's if you were imagine if you were in a really nice looking home, but it was haunted. And you knew that it was haunted because every day you saw the ghost. Would you still live there? Like, imagine if the ghost was real. It wasn't going to hurt you, but it will scare you every single time. Would you live there? Is the mortgage cheap? Yes. It is the perfect home. Would you do it? Bro gave up on Miracle. Have you ever tried to think about perspective? Like, tell me. What is the cross product of the X and the Y axis? Tell me. What is the cross product of your right axis and your up axis? Tell me. Can you into it? No! You can't! That's why they do mirrors like this. Why do we see the sink? You know that thing that people do, and it's like, and you put like a piece of paper in front of the mirror, and then you like do a hand sign like behind the piece of paper so that only you can see it, but then like you can see the hand sign inside the mirror, and it's like, oh, like how did you see it inside the mirror? Because like the mirror is being blocked, and like there's no way you should be able to like see it. That's what your question reminds me of. I'm thinking maybe we're just really short. Like it would make sense if it's like this, I think. But I think the problem is that actually it just doesn't make sense. Yes, then you're not leaving the home. Okay. How? What if the ghost could hurt you? His favorite storybook. Oh, my son. What if the ghost could hurt you, and you had to try and fight the ghost to survive every single night? Would you still live there, fighting for your life every single night? If I had a child, I would probably play with their toys more than they play with it. He's almost too big for the crib now. Oh, so he's alive. Oh, I thought he was dead. Every now, the ball keeps making noise. The sheets are covered in dust. How murderous are they? Extremely. Like, imagine you have to fight for your... No, or is it more... How murderous are they? Or is it more... This is not a joke. This is not a joke. We are selling crack. Okay? This is not a joke. The ghost is murderous. They will want you dead. What was that? Did you see that? So, okay, so they want you dead, and you have to live your life like Van Helsing. Every day you need to commit like an exorcism in order to prevent you from dying, all right? Would you still live there? That's a hard question. Books on gardening and boxes filled with neatly folded socks. Why socks? What the fuck is that? Oh, thank God. It's a weird mirror. Every time I see a strange mirror, it makes me happy. Like, it makes me feel like, okay, things are good. You know? Once again, someone shit themselves. Yeah, what's that? Look! There's a pink square. What's that? Does it happen over here, too? Wait, do you think it happens in the washroom? Just look very carefully. Because I'm pretty sure that pink texture is a texture that you haven't filled out. Because apparently that shade of pink is not common. Like, that shade of pink is very hard to find in most things. Even the sky being as pink as it is, it would still look off-putting to see that pink. It's why it's typically used as like a debug color, because usually nothing has that shade. Damn. This is a crazy home. Okay, imagine you have a bathtub. The washroom is the size of most rooms, all right? The toilet has its own anti-stink like place, and you can put like a curtain here to keep the smell out. And then your walk-in closet is in the shower. So, okay, so POV, you have to go take a shower, right? You go into your washroom fully clothed. You leave your washroom fully clothed. You are never naked. Like, outside of your washroom, you are never naked. The way it is right now, for me, I'm naked from the washroom, past the laundry room, into the basement. It's a good maybe 30 seconds of pure nudity. It's a very risky venture. Ew, clean the toilet. No. Hey, sleepyhead. Good morning. I should say good afternoon. Who are you? Anyways, we're just settling in and unpacking a few boxes. I'll come pick you up tonight, but can you do me a favor first? Sure. We need pictures of anything we want to sell online. No use cleaning up the new place with junk. Sure. I left my old camcorder downstairs on the kitchen table. You can use that to take pics. Think that's like a chance to say goodbye to everything. I'll give you a call later to check up. Good luck, sweetheart. Thanks, honey. So wait, I have a camcorder, but I'm already holding one. I think you're right that they gave up on the mirror. Dude, I think you're right that they gave up on the mirror. Because in the story, I shouldn't have a camcorder right now. But I'm already holding one, right? So I think you're correct that while they were programming the mirror, they realized it's really hard to do the fake, because like the older Quake games or something, was it Quake or Doom or Duke Nukem? The older Duke Nukem games did the fake mirror thing where it was like a whole separate room, and they realized like doing the warping for it is very hard, so they probably just gave up on it, and that's why you have a camcorder now versus later. You know, you can tell a lot about a person from their toilet. You can tell a lot about anybody from anything. You don't need to look at their shit. That's my sleep paralysis demon. Oh my god. Hey, TV. Do you think there'll be a David Lynch reference in this too? Haven't paid the TV bill in months. What? The TV bill? What's the TV bill? What is this? It's not the UK, is it? Okay, that's a fan. That's the light. The dog food is rotten. Where's my dog? Ew. I haven't seen Benny today. Did he go with them? I don't know. Clean up the dog food. That seems disgusting. This is an amazing home. This is an amazing home. Why wouldn't you want to live here? Hold shift to run away from things. No, no, no. I'm okay. What am I running from? What am I running away from? Who's been watering these? I don't know. Why did it say that? Why did it say that? Why did it say that? This pizza box needs to be thrown out. Okay, I'm a little afraid. Jesus Christ, that was scary. Okay, okay, alright. When taking a picture of the right item, it will disappear in the thin air and play a sound like this. Okay, the last picture taken in the sword can be viewed in present tab. Actually, that's these on the base, sure. I don't know if I like this. Hold shift to run from your responsibilities, right? That's what this feels like. Run from the life that you have to live. I can't see anything. Sorry, this is very disorienting. My eyes! I can't see anything! There's a really cool experiment that they did where they flipped your vision upside down. So what they do is they tell you to wear like VR glasses, and they get you to get you to like look around upside down with the VR glasses. So that way, you know what they're trying to see is like, can you accommodate the fact that your vision is now upside down? Apparently, after like a day, your eyes will get used to it, and you can just live upside down, which is kind of cool. So imagine being able to live your entire life upside down. That's what this feels like. And actually, this also feels like you ever see somebody film something and they look at the camera, but they don't look at themselves and their surrounding? That room wasn't there before. Chat, that room wasn't there before. That's a new room. You guys want to go inside or no? I'm a little bit afraid. I won't lie to you. I'm a little bit afraid of what's going to happen. I feel like my life is going to be over. The moment that I let go of the camera, everything's going to blow up. Don't human eyes see upside down by default and then their brain flips it after a few months? Is that why babies don't know anything? Is that why babies get lost? Because that makes sense. Because I remember hearing that too, of like our eyes are flipped upside down. So you're telling me that babies suffer the moment that they're born? Like they have to... Is that... I feel kind of bad for them now. Imagine being a baby and everything that you know is just weird and off and wrong. This crawl space is deeper than I remember. Hold control to crouch in tight spaces and stay hidden. What? Do you mean stay hidden? Benny! Benny. Might be a myth, but that's what you heard a lot. No, I'm pretty sure it's true. Because like apparently even our because it's the way that you have, it's the way that that our eye lenses are apparently. Like they, I think what it was that they had a cadaver and they took the lenses from the eyes and they saw that, and then they calculated that the light should be upside down or something. What the fuck is this? If it gets scary, I think we just leave. So I think you're correct because theoretically that should be the way that it works. How would you test that anyways? I think they don't test it. I think it's just like the way that the eyes are. Like it's like our eyes are naturally upside down. Which if you think about it, it's kind of crazy because then it's like, okay, why would it be upside down of all things? Like it makes you realize that we're really just sacks of meat and there's no real system to us. Whatever, I just keep the photo up. If I'm afraid, I'll just look at my photo. We're gonna play like this, okay, chat? Something's coming. Benny, is that you? I can't see anything. I'm getting closer to the sound. I'm actually terrified. I don't actually want to look. I don't want to look. But I don't know where I'm going. Hello? Accept your fate. I don't want to. I'm terrified. Oh. Jesus, it's a water boiler. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think that's how they know. Is like they just check out the way that your lens is. Which is pretty cool, honestly, because but it does make you wonder why we're programmed the way that we are, right? I can't leave yet. Oh. Why does it tell me to run? I will say, if I had to do this in real life, I think I would be afraid. Like, I would be terrified of having to do this. I'm just, again, I'm not really ready for horror games. I don't really want to play a horror game at the moment. I'm kind of fucking terrified. Oh. Basically, camera lenses work the same, the way how they project the picture up down. Yes. Yeah, they have to correct it, right? And they have to make it look correct. Like, apparently there's a lot of post-processing that has to happen to make it look right. Because by default, it just doesn't work. Which, okay, but how do they... I don't get science, man. I don't get science, you know? Like, I hear about science things and I think to myself, how do people figure this stuff out? It feels almost impossible to imagine that could be the way that it is. Where's my child's room? My child's room was just here. His ball is outside. Everything's weird. Can't go to bed yet. The cube is gone. Tell the computer. Sell my shoes. Can I sell anything? Do people actually keep their shoes inside their room? Sell a telephone. Honey. Should I take some more pictures before I call her? Okay. What else is weird about the human body? Oh, pineapple eats your proteins. Like, if you eat... So, you know, like the flavor of a pineapple, it's actually deadly to you. You will eventually die eating it. Shovel. Sure. Honey, I'm done. It's so disorienting. How do I know if I have to run from something? Honey, whoa. You know what? I got my hands full with these two. Why don't you just stay the night there? You can get a good night's rest and come take some pictures tomorrow. Okay, bye, honey. Sorry, I didn't mean to click so fast. I was just terrified. I was just a little... I know I'm ruining this game. I was just afraid. So disorienting. Continues taking pictures. It's because I'm terrified. Why am I going to bed with the camera? Put the camera away. No. Oh, no. Is the phone ringing? I guess so. I guess it's ringing. Sure. You could call it ringing. I call it fucking terrifying. Honey, are you home? Honey. I don't know if I can play this anymore. I don't know if I can play this anymore. I don't know if I can play this. Stay in the toilet. There's something coming. I'm coming. Congratulations, you've been selected for a great television competition. The stage is dark and things are being forgotten. Follow the script and take some pictures for a big reward. Get to work. I don't know if I can do this anymore. Look, we don't have a long day ahead of us. We need to move on, right? We need to move on and not take all of our time playing a picture game. Oh God! Do I know what I'm taking a photo of? Sounds like I'm scared. I am scared. The thing, right, is that mentally, I do need to prepare on some level to play horror games. There is a certain level of, like, I need to prepare to play a horror game versus just being dumped into it. Not because necessarily I'm not ready to be scared at any moment, but because mentally, I'm like terrified. You don't even know what is happening because I'm trying my best to... Ah! Okay, wait, okay. I can't do it. No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do it. You did see it, but I did. Okay? If I wasn't so afraid, we'd play more of that, but we don't have a lot of time. We need to simply move on. Okay? That was Ritual Static by Slippy Clifford, aka Hayes Guildmaker. It does have a certain feel to it, and it is very strange, and it is very terrifying. But there is something there. Just when I'm ready, I'll come back to it. When I'm ready, I'll come back to it, okay? I can't do it. No, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. We're going to move on to Light Engine by Carrie, aka ADCBX_BX, and Kit Bloodgutters, aka Blood_Gutters on Twitter. Well, you know what? Okay, look, chat. Listen, look. It's. I'm not ready to be afraid. I'm not ready to be afraid. I can't scream at this time. This is the middle of the day. I can't scream. I need to, like, you know, do, like, people are sleeping at this time, or people are, like, getting ready to do this to the work. Why is everything terrifying? Oh, why is everything terrifying? Why is everything scary, man? Why is everything scary, man? Oh. Light socket, where it all what? Light socket. Oh, why is everything so scary? Look, okay, look. If you want a horror day, wait till Halloween, okay? Ah! What the fuck happened? I don't think I was supposed to go down there. Oh, yeah. Halloween is when I mentally prepare myself to be afraid, right? It's when I'm willing to be afraid, and also when no one's home, and so I can scream as much as I want, right? If I scream now, they're going to think that I'm dying. Press left mouse button to listen to the janitor. Hello there. Yes, you. You do me a favor? My colleague left the sunroof open during the rainstorm decades. What? And the light engine's data seat was polished flat. Thus the wrinkles of reality are slowly fading. I ask of you but one thing. Go forth through the world and etch its markings onto the data seed. Reveal the world to it, and the world shall spring forth from the light engine anew. Why me specifically? Alright, sure. No way, man. If you don't, there won't be me to ask you, and you to say no to my questions. Why me specifically? You see anyone else in here? Alright, sure. That's a good answer. Go forth, vessel. To aid you in your travels, ingest the collective symbiote. What? It shall keep track of the mementos you come across in the vastness of it all. Follow the lights and descend into the world when you get your bearings. Well, what am I eating? Oh, what did I eat? Is that the symbiote? I ate that? Ew. I guess this is me now. Like, it's easier to be in a weird mood, right? But I think I'm just too sensitive to being scared. Like, I watch some people play horror games and they have no reaction. And I think to myself, how? Because for me, I get terrified. And the problem with fear is that it's one of those primal things where the moment that you get afraid, it overrides every feeling. Lapin Blanc. Down the rabbit hole. What? The white pin? What? That ball looks like the health bar from PoE. You ever do that thing where you play a game so much and you dream of that game? There was a period of time where I was dreaming of Path of Exile, like killing monsters. And I used to have those when I played Diablo 2. So Path of Exile 2 got me really good. But we need to move on. The game still doesn't have a patch. We need to move on. Path of Exile 2 is dead before it's even begun. Not everything is a reference to Path of Exile. You inspect the trash. It doesn't smell like anything. Where'd the smell go? Metal Logics. Complete Metal Management. Is that a real place? Metallogics.ca. Chat, it's a real website. Wait, do you guys want to read this? I love whenever games include real websites because then we can just go and look at them and stare at what they are. Sorry, you're not supposed to see the rest of the tabs. It's porn. You weren't supposed to see the rest of the tabs. It's all porn. How do I get where's Firefox? How do I get the right Firefox? There we go. It happens rarely for some reason. You've only dreamed of Dota like twice. Well, that's a good thing, right? You say it, the way that you type that feels like it's a negative sentiment, but I want you to realize that that's a positive thing in your life to not dream of that game. Hot take, they should drop PoE 1. Okay, you want my hot take on PoE? Look at this, okay? Imagine you're a metal maker and you only have so much metal in the world, right? Because there really is only so much that you have access to. Why would you continue making the stuff that nobody uses, right? We've moved on from suits of armor. We're now in the bullet era. Why would you not use your metal to make the bullets? Therefore, I do agree they should drop PoE 1. They simply don't have enough. And they need to move on to PoE 2. And I say this as a fan of PoE 1. I think the company just kind of ruined them themselves. What is this company? It's real? What we buy. What? Start scrapping. Great prices for scrap metal throughout Brampton and the GTA. There's no way the developer of this game is in Toronto. There's no way that they live where I live. What we buy. What do you think we can buy for them? Look to sell your scrap metal. We are rethinking how... Wait, so how do they get from... Wait. How do you get from this? What? People recycle their suits of armor? What's going on? Copper Week? What? Pay top dollar for copper? What does that mean? It's Steel Week! Dude, it's... You know what this is? Okay, just imagine if like back then, okay, imagine we live in a fantasy world where there's still like, smithies making magical swords and stuff, right? But we also have the internet. This is the result. Imagine we live in a fantasy world where there are swords and smithies, but they also have internet. They would be advertising their services much the same way like this. All right, like you go down to your like you think to yourself and you talk to your party and they go, "Oh, I need a new helmet today. I'm gonna go to the Metalogics website to see what's going on," and you see 50% off all enchanted swords. It's like, wow, this is sick. This is what this is. Why only a week? Well, they can't. It's how much steel can you find? Like, look around your house right now. Do like a sweep, and think of how much steel that you have. Okay, now do that for copper, and then do that for what is this? You pay cash. You get paid cash on the spot. Start scrapping. By the way, I can't click that. I can't click that. PC case. I can't click these. I can't register for updates. I want to register. Benefits of recycling scrap metal. Energy savings. Wait, so they buy this. We provide... Metalogics buys and sells scrap metal. Do you think they'll buy my sword, like Kentucky? No, not that I want to sell them, but I feel like Kentucky could be sold. Maybe I could sell Kentucky. Housewire. What? Let's see what corporate does. Affiliations. The Mississauga Board of Trade. Why is this advertised within the game? Start scrapping. How it works. Video is unavailable. Metalogics. What? A classic textbook on metalogic. Oh no. Oh no. Is there a field of thinking called metalogic? Metalogics, Toronto. Caught on camera, vehicles torched in storage yard. What is going on in Toronto? The Metalogics Draft 1. Oh, this is it! The microphone is speaking. I don't know what this is. I thought they were going to say, if you're in a truck, leave it with us and we'll scrap it. I thought they were going to take the whole truck and just scrap it. If you're a passenger in a truck, knock out the driver and give us the truck and we'll give you a good deal. Yeah, I actually wonder how this works. Minus car. Minus PC case, minus car. I mean, think about it. Okay, if you needed the money and you, like, would you scrap your car? Like, imagine you pull up and you say, what would you take for this car? Would you do it? I think I would. Wait, do we have to do it? Wait, so what? And then they... Oh! Copper. You'll probably get $50 for the car. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, I do want to see how much money you get for this. One day... Okay, this is actually not that far. Well, it's not... Well, it's... I say it's not that far, but, like, driving from Toronto driving from Toronto to Toronto takes, like, 7 hours, okay? But, like I could feasibly go here and, like, unload, like, my sword. Well, not my sword. I need to find a piece of metal, and I could unload it here and see what's going on. I could do this. Wait for the green light. Photo ID. Okay, so you go in. What? All of that, and you only get 125 Canadian dollars. By the way, our money is actually really sick. It's basically like plastic bills. What? He gave like 1 million copper wires. If I got that much copper wire in like say Fallout or something, like what's a game that has you pick you up? If I got that much copper wire in Starfield, I could sell it for a fair amount of money, like a lot of credits. It's tobacco. It's edible coke. You think you get about 200 euros for your old car? What? Really? Wow. What do we buy? Community. What is the community tab? What is this? Caring about a community. The Peel Children's Center mental health event. Okay, you know what? To be fair, if they're still a sponsor, that's kind of sick. And they support sick kids. Pretty good. Pounds, not euros. Oh, sorry. sorry. So if you have steel, wait, register for Copper Week, Steel Week, all price match metals. So do they switch between like Copper Week and Steel Week? Wait, there's jobs. Oh, chat, I can do it. I can be a junior analyst. Aww. Fasting questions. Click here. Hey, listen, Metalogics, do you need a web developer? I can be a web developer because your website doesn't fucking work. Click here for Metalogics recycling hours. Do you do pickup? How does it work? Visit our start scrapping page here. The video, the video doesn't even exist. What is going on here? Other. I'll type that in me at lycoris.com. Hello. It appears to me that your website doesn't work as well as it should. I am a seasoned web developer with 6 years of experience in Web3. I am offering my services to you in order to fix your FAQ links and website and modernize it for a post-metal world. If you are to agree to these terms, I will accept payment in the form of any swords that are handed, swords and slash or medieval or knightly armor that is given to you at the site. I require no money, only arms for the coming trade war. Thank you in advance, and I hope to do business with you. Okay, now I send this off. I need to type in my real phone number. Yeah, do you want to do the capture? Okay, I didn't need to do the capture. I'm gonna type in my phone number and send this off. Okay. All right. It's been sent. We await their response. We see if they are willing to work with me. Thank you to this game for showing me. Thank you to this game for showing me Metalogics. Without this game, I would have never found out about them. Why did they use a real company? Why did they use a real company? I don't even know what game we're playing anymore. How do you recover? How do you go add? But how do you go back into the mindset that this game requires? You know what I mean? What do you do? What is this building? Oh, the building is called La Pine Blanc. Why is there a giant hand in the sky? What is this? Maybe this is based off of the metal. What? 4H less staircase. Formless staircase. What is formless staircase? What is this? I feel like we should Google these. Formless staircase. Further now, a song from Formless Staircase, an album by The Fainting Room. What? Damn. Wait. This is a song I contributed to as part of the Fainting Room's album Formless Staircase, which is a compilation album featuring a group of artists / musicians and game developers from around the world who came together to make something cool. By Jaren Christ. Wait a minute, Jaren Christ is the guy who made the songs for Lunacid. I remember this guy, Jaren Christ. Yeah, Jaren Christ was one of the well, he was one of the many composers, along with Thor Thunderpants or something, or like Thor Hammer Shoes, to like that was making songs for Lunacid. What is going on? It's all connected. Well, okay, tell me, what is the connection between Metalogics and this? Tell me, where does Metalogics fit in with this? Yeah, see, Lost in Vivo, Lunacid, Spooky's jump scare. You see what I mean? Like, huh? This is a banger. You have to watch. Okay, everyone, listen to this. We need to listen to the full album at some point. But this is weird. How does any of this relate to Metalogics? Where does Metalogics come into play? Hey, press left mouse button to listen to Phlegm.
Hey, first time in Lapine Blanc, I take it? Never seen you around before. Not that anyone's come around in ages anyway. Ever since some jackass had the bright idea of keeping the sunroof open, this place has been hella empty. It's a bloody mess, as it all went down. No staff, no janitor, no bartender. It's me and that thing in the bathroom. But when they go and get stuff, we're all gonna watch out for one another, yeah? Stay a while, listen. You want a drink, just ask me. On the house. Not that there's a house any longer. Might calm your nerves a tad.
Want a beer? Yeah, sure. Metalogic sponsors all of them. They run everything behind the scenes. Like, imagine if that's the lore, is that Metalogics is actually the sponsor for all these games. Like, Metalogics funded Lunacid and Lost in Vivo and, like, whatever that Formless Staircase album was and this game. And they fund the creators of this game. ADCCX, or what's their name? Sorry. Carrie at ADC_BX on Shitter, or Blood Gutters at Blood_Gutters on Shitter. They sponsor everybody. Jaren Christ, Thor Lightning Claps, Thunder Cheeks, I don't know, Thunder Thighs, Thor Thunder Thighs. Everybody gets sponsored by Metalogics. If you recycle your metal at Metalogics, you're directly funding the indie game scene. You're directly funding the indie game scene if you go recycle your metal at Metalogics. Okay? Think about this. Or it's all... I don't know what's going on. Hell yeah, brother! Can I drink it? How do I drink this? Can I talk to you again? Taking it all in?
Take your time. Might not seem it, but this place was quite the hotspot once. Oh, the scorches we'd spin on that beautiful PA system. You missed the fuck out. On that note, grab the record from the table behind you. Turntable's dead, so I've got no use for it anymore.
Sure, okay, thanks, I guess. Wait, is this game about recycling metal? Chat, I think this game is about recycling metal. Okay, it actually does make sense. If we recycle the beer can and the vinyl record, this game is funded by this game is an ad from Metalogics. You need to see how deep everything goes. Where's the washroom? I need to find that thing inside the washroom. Oh, I can't use it? Oh man, wait, that's a good turntable. That's a real turntable. What's the thing inside the washroom? Hey! Press left mouse button to listen to the doorkeeper. Press left mouse button to listen to the mirror. The mirror stopped working. Light rays don't travel as far as they once did. Wait, that's a cool concept. To have the idea of like light no, like we've now gotten to the point where light no longer travels. That's interesting. Oh, good. Another face to add to the collage of idiots passing through here. What do you think gives you the right to intrude on my personal business like this? The cavity here is mine. I found it first, long before any of you light-chasing morons. I need another drink. Give me that. Now. Okay, that's better. Well, what are you waiting for? Squeeze by and flush yourself down into the cavity like the rest of them. What? Oh, we got flushed. The watering hole. Okay, I went backwards. Oops. Hook, line, and sinker. Uh-oh. 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 Game's kind of breaking. Hey, first time in Lapine Blanc. Never seen you around before. What? No, I've been here before. Okay, thank you for the beer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to. Uh-oh. Sorry. Oh, good. Another face. Okay, yep. Okay, here you go. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, don't go too fast. These games aren't made for doing this. Press left mouse button to interact with the lever. What is the bait? What was that thing? What was that bait? What? Where did all the toilet holes go? Press left mouse button to use the record as bait. Uh-huh. So I use the record as a bait. What's it gonna pull up? It pulled up a PA speaker system. Uh-huh. Is it the horror game again? Oh god.
Not here, not now, not ever. Deny, cut off, forever. The mind, the real collision. Show me the line, incision. A pen, a page, your fiction. A hand, a knife, my friction.
Wow.
A cold, a sharp sensation. A quick, abrupt cessation.
That was a really cool song. I like how it had that element of almost spoken word. The way that it sort of like slowly said those things, and even the concept of what it said was very harrowing. Combined with the sound, it felt very Silent Hill-esque. The way that it was jarring and grating, it felt like it was eating away at you. That was a really interesting song. How about maybe we do need to listen to the album? I think we need to listen to the Formless Something album. There's something magical that I think that we haven't stumbled upon yet. And I think it's great that this game has showed us the light and what we're missing out on. Because that was cool. The Communications Cathedral. The wave permeates. Oh, that's such a cool concept. Because cathedrals themselves are already kind of like weird oratoriums in their own way. Or like auditoriums, right? What is this? Jetpack. Try jumping twice. But that was cool. I actually really enjoyed that weird element. It, in a way, like it is an advertisement for the song, but that's not necessarily bad. I think it's good that they do that because it's like Like, this is their creation, right? Like, I can say whatever I want and advertise whatever I want on my own streams, right? Why can't they? And in doing so, we get exposed to something beautiful. That's great. There's something that I've been thinking about, and this is related to dreams and life, but I've been thinking about how life is very fleeting. How I'm going to die soon, you know? Like, it's like, one day I'm just gonna disappear, and I won't have any time to enjoy any of this. You know? And like, doing the job search and doing all of this and thinking to myself, like, maybe I should just push on my own things, because like, it's not like it's going anywhere. I think to myself, well, if I do so, then the risk is I can't take care of things. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not even taking care of myself at the moment, right? Not to say that my life isn't good, but I do think a lot about like, okay, well, maybe it's fine to take a risk now that I've built up enough for me to take such a risk. And maybe it's fine for me to try to do the things I want to do, because like, we're all gonna die, man. Like, especially with like the current landscape of things, I think to myself, you know, what's the point of dreaming if you never get to wake up in time? What's the point of dreaming if you never get to wake up in time to realize any of them? Yeah, we'll just end it there. we'll just end it off that statement, and I give you existential dread, and you think about what that statement means, okay? And I want you to think about your life and what you're doing in your life, and I hope that you do your life better than I will. Life. I will say this, not that my life has been bad, but I definitely think about how life is getting crazier and crazier, and I do think a lot about how, you know, maybe there's more that I could be doing. Not because I think you need to do more, but at least for me, it's one of those things where it's like, I should be doing more for myself. But that's a personal goal, not to say that you should follow my personal goal, but at the same time, it doesn't matter what I say, because you all take your opinions from me. But I do think about that a lot. I see a portal over there, I think. It looks kind of blue. Oh god, the jetpack is just a force. It's just a force acting on you, and gravity built up so much that your force falling down is so high that you can't counteract it in the time. See, this is why I like playing these games. You get a moment to think about everything, right? I don't even remember how we got on that topic. But you get a moment to think about everything that's going on. You get a moment to just be lost in your thoughts for a bit and relate it to something that you see in these games. Because games like these, they make you feel something. Games like these, they make you feel a certain way. They make you feel something that you never really get a chance to feel. It's why I find, like, you know, it's why I always look at some things and I go like, why would you want it to be tailored to you? Why do you always want to see the things that you want to see? Like, sometimes you want to see what people want to show you. You know? Because then you get this like breakthrough in your mind that you never really had the chance to see, that somebody has sort of like opened the pathway to you seeing that and feeling that. Like, that's cool, man. Is it fall damage? Anyways, to fund all of this, can you guys buy my crypto? We're going back to the toilet. Okay, so I think we go into every single hole. We went into that hole. What? Can we? What does the watering can get? Nothing. It took my watering can. You're kidding me, right? It stole my watering can. Corpo. If I ever go into the Web3 route, I want you to leave. Like, I want you to leave me alone and just... Apartment 315, total shithole. This is some of your living places. This is you right now. This is what you live in right now. God bless. What is this? God bless America. What is this? Look at this image. Look at this fucking image. It's a crystal ball that's showing America in 2000 in 9/11 2001. Oh my god! It's the Twin Towers. I'm gonna go to the washroom. Just stare at this for a moment. Just look at this image. I did not realize how little time we have. And I was going to say that everything we're playing feels like a fever dream, which is technically true because everything is designed to be a fever dream. We may need to think about moving on at some point. Pick up cigarettes? What? But my god, is this weird. Everything that we played so far has been fantastic, right? Like, sure, we make fun of it for the reflections and stuff, but like, the core of games is like the thing about a video game is not the reflections. The reflections, that's a technical detail. A technical concern has no impact on the artistry, and the artistry that's on display today that we've played through so far, of which there's only been 3, has been fantastic. Like, genuinely fantastic. To the point where I sort of look at it and go, we're not really playing just games. It feels like we're playing experiences, like we're experiencing life as somebody wants us to feel it as. Now that you think about it, with the amount of hours of your streams that I've watched, of my streams that you've watched, you're surprised I didn't almost make you wet the bed more than... I'm gonna stop reading that. I'm gonna stop reading that. Let me in. Why'd they block off this room? So, for context, this chatter came into the Discord and said, I'm not kidding you, this chatter said they had a dream of me telling them that it's okay to pee, and then they almost like peed their pants and they almost wet the bed. Like, that's when I knew that maybe the stream has gone too far. Like, I think to myself, maybe I'll quit streaming when I'm bored of it, right? But I never think to myself, maybe I'll quit streaming because of the things that I do to you, or the things that you do to me. Like, you effectively, you wound me. You wound me by typing that in my chat. We'll use the cigarette as bait. It doesn't like cigarettes. It likes the music, but not cigarettes. Nor does it like a watering can. Oh god, this place looks crusty. The Eyesore Cathedral. Watch your step. Targeted psychological damage. Pew, pew, pew. I mean, it's not wrong. I do think a lot about that, right? That idea of like how much we affect each other. Because again, this is the thing, okay? Again, there is no relationship between me and you, any of you, right? You're just a viewer. I'm just a streamer. You shouldn't even listen to me for your opinions or for any sort of like euphoria or like a breakthrough. You get entertained the same way that you would go to a zoo and look at animals. Like, sure, you feel entertained, but you recognize deep down that it's in a way inhumane. It's like animal cruelty, right? I want you to have that same mindset when watching me as going to a zoo. But I do think a lot about the fact that, like, you know, you do make it more fun as like a viewer base. Like, as a chat amalgamation, you do all make it more fun. Because if this was just me, it would just be a let's play. And I don't know if you know, chat, it's extremely hard for the neuronormative person to talk to themselves for hours on end and like try to have a conversation about topics about nothing at all. Like, much ado about nothing, right? Every day we push each other closer to insanity. Okay, I think I do that more than you do to me, to be fair. Because like, I feel like I treat the Discord like a live journal. Where am I going? Like, have you ever been to the Discord and you read some of the things that I post? And you see some of the things that I say? And you think to yourself, like, why did I post this? Because I think I'm the problem. I realize like there's a truth to the statement of like streamer, like chat, right? I attract a certain type of person based on the things that I've done to you and that I do to you and that I show you. I'm going to kill myself. And it makes me sort of wonder how, like, imagine, what do you do Like, how do you live knowing that this is all real? How do you live knowing? How do you live after seeing what you've seen? And what do I do? I feel like I've done everything. Was I not supposed to use those items? Is that why? I don't think I was supposed to use those items. Okay, we're gonna go back. We get the jetpack. We get the cigarettes. We get the watering can. We get everything, and we don't lose it this time. Last time was a bad move. Cinema. Cinema. Absolute cinema. You know what? I will say, I do pride myself in having a very interesting Discord. And I'm very glad that you all pushed me to keep making a Discord. Like, I was very hesitant because I think having too little... Like, I think to myself, it's like how when you're at home, right? You lock your door. The same way that I don't make a Discord, or I didn't make a Discord, was for the same reason. To keep the monsters out. But now that I have it, none of the door is unlocked. It's a lot more fun to see like the revolving door of people walking in and out, right? It's like going from a speakeasy to an open bar. Like you go from like a speakeasy where you have to crawl through a hole in like a vending machine or like a washing machine, and then you go to like a normal bar where everyone's just like hanging out and people can walk in and out, and someone gets into a fight and like drinks and then just says like okay bye, and then tips you like $50. Right? There's a certain level of like joy there. It sparks joy. Welcome the monsters. I mean, some of you do strike me as terrifying in your own ways. Like some of you do strike me as like maybe I shouldn't be talking to you. Maybe maybe nobody should be talking to you. And like maybe you know maybe all of you should consider help. At the very least, I need all of you to take all of you should go and take an improv class. I think every single one of you should take an improv class. That way, and I'm not kidding you, all of you should come to my stream and practice like this is a safe space to practice your comedy, right? Because if you see somebody type OM in the chat, you know you've stumbled upon a banger. Is that why we collab? Yes. Yes. Some of you, I collab with you because we're the same. Though it pains me to say it, and though it may hurt you to hear, we are all the same. So now I have the watering can. What do I do? Oh, I need the cigarettes to light this up, maybe, right? I don't know. I don't know. Let's just get the cigarettes. I think I'm supposed to leave here. I don't think I'm supposed to stay here for so long. Or maybe this is the point of the game. Maybe the point of the game is to be in this weird space where there's like a 9/11 Jesus globe here. Like I don't know why there's a 9/11 Jesus globe here. There was a cigarette on there. It's gone. Wait, the cigarettes are gone from the top. No longer there. What? Okay, so that's a shithole apartment. So now we leave the shithole apartment. We go back to Lapine Blanc. What do I do? You want anything? Hey, first time in Lapine Blanc. Sure. Yeah, okay, I'll take a drink. Take it all in. All the scorcheries, okay? Yo, I'll take this. And what now? Okay, do you want beer? What am I even doing here? What is the point of all of this? To be fair, a lot of these are like 0.1, like version 0.1. Like I want you to realize that the game jam, even for a month long, it's very hard to get anything done, as you saw from my streams, as you saw. Okay? So, if I consider that it's unfinished, I think that explains a lot. But I am glad to have seen this for what it is. Unfortunately, we have to move on, because again, there's not much time. Go to Metalogic's real company in Toronto, and you can get your metal recycled. Why? I don't know why. What a weird day. I need to fix my monitor setup. Wait. We go here. We'll turn back on this monitor. I actually do think, like, Metalogic's probably, like, they could be, they really could be funding all of this, eh, chat? Like, it's actually not an unreal statement to say. This next one that we're going to play is by somebody named Solar Raptor, who we've played 2 of the games now, Late Homework and Interior Worlds. I thought Interior Worlds was a fantastic game. Because very few games deal with the idea of exploration in an interesting way. Like, a lot of games can feel very walking sim, the way that, in like in a negative sense. But I think Interior Worlds, given the camera, gave you a reason to walk around. In a way, playing Infra, it reminded me a lot of how Interior Worlds worked. And I wouldn't be surprised if that game was inspired by Infra in some way. Because Infra is a game about walking around and solving puzzles, and yet it is infinitely more interesting because your mission, your entire job in that game, is to take photos of a dying city in Finland. It's a game called The Moth Inside Me, which I actually need to show you this. It has a bunch of really cool images as part of a press kit. So whenever games provide this stuff, I always feel kind of sad when people don't show it, because I always think to myself, wow, that's really cool. Because again, when people take the time to put this kind of effort into their stuff, I think to myself, that's really neat. Again, the soundtrack is by Nobunoko that I'm playing right now, but I wanted to show you this because it's actually a pretty interesting press kit. The look of this game, and I think they're in their horror phase, not their horror phase. The horror HORROR, not horror. They're in the horror phase. In the horror phase, and I think they because the last game that we played from them, Late Homework, was a horror game, and what you see is basically stuff like this. It's like very Silent Hill-esque, very very Silent Hill inspired, the way that it looks, and even the way that things can sort of like blur and you don't really know what it is, and like the use of bugs to show like a feeling of decay of sorts. Like, it's kind of cool, and again, like, people, like, you're making a game. And we tried to make a game. I'm still trying to make a game. And I swear to God, programming will come back to the stream at some point. I swear, once I'm done with all the fun things, okay? And like, you're doing all that coding, all of that effort, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And you make a press kit at the same time? Like, that's impressive. With a fake PlayStation 1, PlayStation 1, like, CD case. That's pretty cool. It's a lot of really interesting things, and obviously, like, the game screenshots and like stuff, but then you have stuff like this. Like, look at this. That's beautiful. Let me get rid of all the shit on my screen. Look at that. That's cool, man. Anyways, I just wanted to show you that, okay? Not to say that it makes me go, ooh, ah, but, like, just to say that, like, well, or not to say that, like, that's the be-all, end-all, but it is interesting to sort of look at and to see how much effort people go through to make it, to sell their game and their vision, right? Not to sell their game to make money, because I don't think any of them make money. It's just the life of making games, I guess. But at least to sell their vision of like what these things are, I think that's really cool. Please, okay, thank God it started on the right monitor. Headphones are strongly recommended. Yeah, so I think they're also in their PS1 era. Interior Worlds did feel like a very old school kind of game, but it was like an old school PC game feeling. Whereas like Late Homework felt much closer to the PS2 era, this feels much closer to the PS1 era. Like, I look at this and I go, yeah, this is what I saw on my shitty TV back then. The one that we found off on the street that was almost like exploding. Let's go to sleep, and we'll see what happens. And I love that main menu. It's very. A lot of games nowadays don't do main menus with a text that sort of feels like it fits with the game. To have asleep start your game and awake end your game, you don't see that. A lot of games now will just say quit game or something. Like, it's a very clinical approach to how you do a menu versus this, which feels like a much more artistic take on it. Oh, it's in my room. Oh no, please don't tell me that this is a horror game. Oh. If you move really fast, your vision blurs in a way. You hear that? Wow, this game's sound design is insane. I don't know if you could hear that, but there was like a beating or like a beeping, something there. Who is this? Journal. There's nothing written in the journal. Huh. Alarm clock. 12. It's, well, the power died, I guess. I'm assuming that's me. That's scary. Old crackers. Sure. Original. Framed photo of me. 3. Huh? Any mark on this? How come this doesn't... The spinning doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry, just imagine you wake up, or imagine you're sleeping and your partner gets out of bed and you see them doing this to the alarm clock. I would be annoyed at some level. There's really nothing written here? What? God, that's a really cool effect. The smear effect especially is really cool because it only interacts with like light sources. So it feels like an actual accurate smear. The same thing that you would see in those old camcorders. Honey! 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 Wake up! Honey! Babe! Babe, wake up! Honey! Babe! 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 Babe, what? What do you want, honey? Babe, look. Babe. I'm like a moth. Babe, God! Go back to bed! Hi, honey. Pesticide. Mothballs. Wait, mothballs. These are real? I thought mothballs was like a fake thing. I thought it was just like a term for like a piece of thing on your clothing. I didn't know it was real. What's this? Detergent. Jet wash. I swear this is real. I swear. They used to be colorful. Okay, do you still have this where you're from? Because nowadays, every detergent that I find is liquid. Which, by the way, I think liquid detergent is a scam. Because if you think about it, you're technically getting less. It's like dry cheese versus wet cheese. You get more dry cheese per wet cheese. Right? Like, you can get... With just a little bit of dry cheese, you can add water and make a lot of wet cheese. But with wet cheese, when you dry it, it's a lot less dry cheese than it would have been if it was just dry cheese in the first place. Like, it's... So nowadays, what I find a lot of is that when you go to get laundry detergents, they don't have the powder boxes anymore. They just have the like liquid. And I always think to myself, I could mix it myself. Like, just give me the equivalent in powder so I can make like triple the amount. Like, I bought milk powder recently. Okay, milk powder. That thing is lasting me like a month. Like, I feel like I've made several liters of milk, and that's great because in Canada, milk comes in bags. So A, it's very inconvenient to like cut the thing. B, it doesn't really it's very hard to keep it stable within the fridge for a long time because it's milk. So the best of both worlds is you just make your own milk. I can't get it open. What? Isn't mothballs like an anti-moth thing? I don't know. Milk solved. Okay, you didn't have to say it like that. Milk solved. What is that beeping? The thudding. Oh, it's because I'm sprinting. If I sprint for a long time, do I run out of oxygen? Three. God, the sound design in this is so good. It really does feel like you're there. I see why they tell you to. So good. Nothing written in the journal. Still the alarm clock. I must be missing something very obvious. And I think the obvious thing to do is to turn on every single light. They must be so annoyed. Babe! Babe, wake up! Honey! Honey, wake up! There's a monster, babe! Wait, 3. Maybe we do open every light. Because every light before was off, so now we open it all. I can't get it open. Surely there must be a key somewhere that I'm missing. There has to be a key somewhere that I'm missing. Detergent, softener. Mothballs are small balls of chemical pesticide and deodorant. Why is it a deodorant? What? Sometimes used when storing clothing and other materials susceptible to damage from silverfish, mold, or moth larvae, especially clothes moths like Tiniola basilelia. That actually makes sense. More than I thought it would, actually. But why does it need to be like a detergent? I don't get it. I won't lie to you, chat. I'm lost. Deodorant, I mean? Yes. Why does it have to be a deodorant? Is that anime? That's manga. Wait, but milk powder is great to take for work. Take to work for tea, so you're not at risk milk spilling in your bag or wherever it gets stored at work. I'm sorry. I just, like, I imagine you trying to keep milk in your bag on the train or something. And it's like the train is shaking. And you have milk spilling from your bag all over the train floor. And somebody walks in through the train doors and slips on the milk. I would have never thought to bring milk to work. I feel like that's a hazard. How do you keep it? Oh, God, that's funny. Oh, that's really funny. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. But okay, now that I think about it, that is true. Because I do hate using the office shared milk. Because you don't trust people with food items. I don't trust my coworkers with the food items. I don't think my coworkers are very good or safe people. I think to myself that they're very disgusting and like dirty, and like nasty. Do we not have a kettle-like station at work? No. Because I've only ever worked in startups and they give us nothing. I'm not kidding you. Startups here in Toronto, they don't give you anything. Well, it actually no. It depends. It depends on the venture capitalism. Like, is it if the venture capitalists give a lot of money, then they'll have things like a ping pong. Actually, even if they get a lot of money, they would rather give you a ping pong table than they would give you like a functioning kitchen. They don't really give you much. The one place that I've been to that had a good kitchen, it was really good. But there was like one place. Oh my god. It was only one single place. But I guess it depends on the culture of the places. However, the larger offices, yes. The large offices, they do give some really nice stuff. Like, they do give at least a kettle. They even have like a coffee machine and the stuff. Actually, there is one building that used to host a bunch of startups. It was the 11... It was like the 111 building in downtown Toronto. They used to host like a bunch of startups. And I never worked in there, but I was able to go in to visit like a buddy once. Because he worked at like some weird healthcare place. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I don't know why there was like a healthcare place in the side there. And I just got free coffee. Like they had this like massive fridge that was stocked every day with fresh flavors of coffee. There was like French vanilla, cappuccino. Like, it was really nice stuff. and you just go in there, make your own coffee, sit down. Like I swear I had like several coffees, and then I vomited. Maybe it's so that the clothes don't stink of pesticides, or maybe it scares the bugs too. It could. It could. It's a meme because it's true for most Brits. For British and tea, classic. I mean, tea is nice though. Tea is nice. Why did I lock this room with a padlock? Why would you lock this room with a padlock? Huh? But yeah, it's really dependent here. Like the larger places, for sure, they'll have like a basic kitchen. The small places, it's really been hit or miss for me. Like I've worked in like the equivalent of a garage. I've worked in places that have just nothing at all. In like somebody's spare like warehouse. I've worked in places that have, again, like a ping pong table. And then like, you know, a full-on kitchen with a coffee machine. I've actually worked in one place that did food stuff, and they actually had a full-on kitchen where like the cooks were cooking things, because I was programming things for them, and it was kind of cool. And what's crazy is they didn't let us test it, so they just ate the food and left us nothing. Understanding the underworld. What? Understanding the underworld. Babe. 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 Babe, please wake up. Babe, please. Please wake up. Babe, please. Babe, please wake up. There's some crazy shit going on. Babe, please. Don't come back. I love you. This wasn't here before. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. You have to head off? No worries. Thanks for showing up. I actually was thinking last Halloween to do a demonic summoning, because I got a copy of the Legemeton as like a gift. So I had a copy of the Legemeton, and I was thinking to myself, maybe we should do like a demon summoning. I'm pretty sure that there was a demon that was described almost like a moth, but some of the rituals were kind of weird because you had to kill a lion and get its pelt. And I thought to myself, that's kind of difficult to do. Is that a... That's not... That's not... Okay, I know what it looks like. There's not a swastika. Swastikas go left. And they're fully connected. I know what it looks like. Okay? That's the original... That's the original one before it was co-opted. Oh god, it's... Oh god, it's so slimy sounding. Oh wait, today is Women's Day. Really? Hey, happy Women's Day, everyone. I'm not a woman, but hey, I support all women in my life because I do think it's important. You're trying to figure out why your mom is talking about some holiday. You were like, is today's someone's birthday? You know, what you just said is so indicative of why the patriarchy is so toxic for everyone, because not only is it toxic for you as like a human being, it's also toxic for the women in your life, because they don't get to have their day for themselves, and we have to sort of question, like, does it even exist? Right? And so I want you to go find the woman in your life, whoever they are, and just say thank you. Well, don't actually, I don't know, maybe don't say thank you. I don't know, that sounds that sounds patronizing. Sorry, don't do that. I can't get it open. I can't get it open. For some reason you thought it's summer. It's in summer, like for Women's Day. Well, yeah, why did they put Women's Day in winter? Isn't that like... Oh, it's kind of mean, though. The house is alive. That's a new room that wasn't here before. What the... A dirty towel. Now, what's interesting is that Solar Raptor has made one scary game that we played, but Interior Worlds had hints of scariness but wasn't scary. So I wonder how far this one goes in terms of the fear factor. I'm hoping not too far though, because I'm actually terrified. But the moths are following this flame. Babe? Babe. Please wake up. Babe, look. Babe, look what I found. Honey, look what I found. Did you know that we had an orb? Brother, run, you're gonna die. It's too late. I can't leave. I've got to pay the mortgage. I can't leave. They already have my name on the paperwork. Like that's the thing that's messed up about horror movies that they never never tell you about, right? Is that sure your house is haunted, but the worst part is that you can't just sell the house. Like, as anybody who's ever had to sell something can attest to, no matter what it is, whether it's like something on like Facebook Marketplace or like a building or like a home or something, it's like very hard to find somebody who's willing to take over things, like a lease or something. Like that's really like that's the worst part of being haunted. Is the fact that you're still on the hook for the mortgage for the next like 30 years. Or however long your thing is. I think now it's 5-year terms in Toronto. Oh. Oh. Did you like that? Is that an eyeball? I think it liked that. I'm bringing all the moths back home. Okay, stop doing that noise. Your mom wanted to call your nieces because of the holiday and your sister went to theater or something. So your brain short-circuited and you're thinking that today is your sister's birthday today. You know what? That's, to be fair, that's a very reasonable guess, given that it, for some reason, everything revolved around your sister. like your mother is a woman too, but to her it was like she didn't get anything. She just got. It was all about your sister. And really, that's why Women's Day exists, right? Because you know the system says that when you have a child, then you're done, and so therefore you should go hug your mom and be like, "Thanks, mom," because her life isn't over. She's still there. She's still living life, you know. But she never got to because you were born, so it's your fault. So you should say sorry. You should say sorry. Babe? 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 Where'd they go? Babe? Why'd they leave? You know, right? And then there's the Twin Peaks today, so you thought that's a coincidence. Oh yeah, the Twin Peaks episode. Yeah, the Twin Peaks thing. We had a third. This is a great house. We have a third room. Holy cow. Now, the letters that you saw, because every game that Soda Raptor has made so far has had a hidden message thing. I think this is it's the same deal here. I think there's a hidden message thing that we need to figure out. So there's two Soda swastikas and like a 1-3. And we need to figure out where all of it plays into it. Like, it's a secret code again. Which, by the way, you remember the game, The Late Homework? I figured out the cute cat pictures one from a chatter. A chatter told me what the password was. So remember how in that game it looked like a clock and there was like red lines, and I was thinking to myself, okay, you get to read it like a clock, like 1, 2, 3. No, that's stupid. You just need to look at the letter that's in between the red lines. I overcomplicate things. It's a binder for Doctor 2. Doctor 2? What's Doctor 2? Oh? What the fuck? Probably document 2. Yeah, I'm trying to think it's a number 2 as in document 2. Yeah. Or maybe I do need a second doctor because this doesn't seem good. Is it a scary game? I don't know. What are the odds that it's a scary game again, right? What are the odds? I really hope it's not a scary game. Please. What is that? Babe? What is this? Oh, it's my computer room. Don't worry, guys. It's all normal. Huh? Oh, it's one of these games. Oh, I get what's going on. It's one of them funny little, you know, changing perspective things, the way that things move. Yeah, this is weird. Like, if you were to take a screenshot of this, and like a Rorschach test asks someone, like, what does this make you feel? This would be a great representation of the monotony and like the soul-crushing nature of a 9-to-5 job. Like, I think to myself, this is what Fight Club was created to document and sort of to fight against. And this is what it feels like to be. That's a really weird looking object because it doesn't ever disappear. It just kind of looks the same way always. That's a really cool shader effect. Huh. You know, this actually reminds me a lot of Interior Worlds. Like, that game was really interesting because of this idea of like these landscapes and the things that you see and sort of the lack of a clear understanding of things. That like mystery and curiosity that drives you to try and figure out what all of this is. That's what I found so cool about Interior Worlds. And then the camera mechanic that got you to interface with that consistently. This is you watching me. I just killed you. I'm sorry. Huh? Oh. And I'm assuming they're back over here. Oh. Well, they're not. God. Hey! Hello? This isn't a scary game, right? Oh god, this looks terrifying. Oh Jesus, please. Hey. Wait, this is... I feel like I know the sample. I feel like I know the sample. I feel like it's like a classic dubstep sample. Whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe we're in the dream. Because okay, where we wake up is on this side of the bed, right? That's where we saw the body. Maybe we're exploring our life as it was. We're exploring the sort of ways that we go through life. 6. Why is it 7? 7. Like, it could be that this is all an exploration of who we are and what we've been living like. What? October 24th. Was in some kind of weird office building that looked like the place I used to work. I was in a long hallway with the doors on either side going the entire way. My old boss came on the intercom and said something about the power being out, and we needed to fix it before the stakeholders arrive. I remember scrambling to find the power room, but everyone I entered was the wrong one. One was where I sat at my cubicle, and the other was a big room with a pool. Or, okay, I take it back. I take everything. I step back. We're not exploring our character. We're exploring the developer. This is their dreams. If this is what you dream of... Hello? Is that a beaver? Oh, it's a moth. It's a chrysalis, look. Oh, it's like... Oh, it's transforming. Oh. Imagine being a moth and you keep going back to the same place every single time. That's a shame. And yet, if you think about it, maybe that's actually just a really good analogy for life. Like, a lot of life is just doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting something to be different. Like, we spend our days toiling at our offices, thinking to ourselves, maybe this time it'll be different. Maybe this time I'll make enough money and then I can take a break. And you lose your job again. You go through it all again, and you get to find a new job, and you send all your savings after having gone up the ladder. And then you think to yourself, well, maybe we need to move out somewhere because we're, the family's growing. And you got to make more money, and then you go through that whole thing again. Nothing changes. It's all the same. Oh my god. There's so many things going on. But I do like this. If I had even a fraction of the talent, I would want to try and make something like this too. To show you the things that I feel. Because sometimes I go to sleep and I wake up and I experience things that make me question reality. And I think to myself, I wish I could tell somebody this. Like, I wish there was a way to show somebody this, right? And games are interesting for this type of concept because games are the one medium that you can experience things directly with. Like a movie, you can see it happen, but it's almost like still you're witnessing things through a camera. Even in a movie like Cloverfield, you know it isn't there. But in a game, the way that you can immerse yourself, it's like you are feeling this at this moment. You're experiencing this. That's why streaming doesn't work. Because streaming ruins the experience and you don't understand exactly what you're feeling because it's not possible for you to feel. Okay, so now that's gone. There's a new room here. There's a kitchen. But, huh. Cereal. Chocolate flakes. What? Who was knocking? Hello? Oh god. You can see a real life person suffer, so it enhances the experience. I mean, that's the thing, right? It's sick in a way. Like, streaming is sick in a way. Like, have you ever... did you watch Squid Game? And did you understand the point of Squid Game? Right? Because Mr. Beast failed to understand it, but do you as your own person with your own opinions, do you understand it where Mr. Beast failed to? Okay? It's sick in a way, because streaming is just like Squid Games. You're here to watch me, in a way, suffer. Yeah, exactly. I satisfy your sadistic tendencies. That's exactly it. Stupid Mr. Beast. Stupid Mr. Beast. The chain did disappear going over here, but now it's not gone. So I don't really know what to do. Here? I really don't like the way this thing sounds. So presumably we can't go there yet. Because that is a mirror world. And presumably we will need to figure that out at some point. Ah! I'm okay. I'm fine. A key. Oh, sweet Jesus. Well, the door is gone. I'm gonna assume we need to go the long way. Sure. I'll go the long way. Sure. Sorry, I just need a moment to collect myself. Ow! I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Why? Did it have to? Did it really have to? I don't think it had to. I don't think it had to. Please let me go. Oh, it's back. Oh, thank God. Okay, good. Okay. Well, it's fine. Don't worry. I can fix that later. What's in my fridge? A bottle of alcohol. No. Don't turn to the bottle. No. Please don't turn to the bottle. Oh, yes. Guys, it's the first person Metal Gear Solid mod. This is the remake of Metal Gear Solid 1. If this is somebody's, like, if this is the developer's dream journal, right? Are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? Though, to be fair, like, there was a period of my life, and I remember this vividly, when my stress levels were extremely high due to a number of things. Like, they're high right now, but I'm sort of used to it, so it doesn't bother me. But this was when my first... I would want to say this is my first ever personally induced stress levels, where it's like... Compared to, like, being poor, like, the poverty thing, like, it's like an environmental thing. So, like, it stresses you, but in a different way. Whereas this one was, like, artificial stressors, which, to me, always feel very different. Compared to, like, I guess, like, the environmental stuff. It's hard to explain. Like, one is existential, and I can handle existential stuff way easier. Because for me, it's like a do it or a die moment. Whereas these artificial ones, like, from work and stuff, it feels like there's no solution, so in a way, you wallow in a despair. During that time period, I did have the most vivid dreams of life. And I did think to myself, like, every day, I did have this feeling of I'm going to die in some way. And it would be stuff like this. I'm walking around, I'm seeing things, I'm doing things, I'm experiencing things. I'm seeing people that I've never seen before, I'm seeing people that I have seen. I'm living a life that isn't necessarily mine. What an interesting concept. What's this? Rebar, sure. And again, it simply makes me wish I had the talent to make something like this, such that I could let you experience what I experienced. Because this is pretty cool to see through into somebody's eyes. It's a clock room. It's almost... Wait, it's like a study room, actually. Is there any more writing for the code? Because the code thing is pretty hidden in certain places. I wonder if you're supposed to look very heavily. And I do like how they... Specifically, this developer always includes some weird secret in this stuff. Pretty fascinating. What was that? There was a heartbeat here. But that's such a cool effect. Well, I guess it's not the craziest thing, but just getting close to it and hearing the heartbeat and almost wanting to put your ear up to it and having it be fully stereo and changing depending on where your ear is, like which one's touching, it's a very nice effect. What do I do here? Why? What the fuck is... Oh wait, that's it! I need that. Wait. I need that. Oh, somebody drinking their days away. Drinking their sorrows away. Substance stuff is very hard to deal with. And it's very easy to fall into, because it... You know, like, we all know what happens. But it honestly isn't worth it. But the thing is like the people who do it, they know the struggle is that it's hard to stop. And it's funny to think about nowadays because that substance could be anything, right? For me, it was games. Like a lot of the things I did before, a lot of the time that I spent on the games, wasn't for fun or for pleasure. In many ways, that period of my life ruined games for me. Like I think a lot about how I used games to substitute a lot of the joy that I was lacking in my life, and using that to try to satisfy some dopamine craving because I hadn't had it in so long. And you know, you live your life every day. You get dopamine from like everything, and all of a sudden, for like a long stretch of time, you don't get any of it. It made me go a little crazy for it. Touch the orb. Yes, touch the orb and go back home. Yes, good. A lot higher all of a sudden. Hey. You alright? And honestly, I do think watching somebody stream is sort of the same thing. I think there is a level where somebody could satisfy parts of your life and make up for a lacking of something to the point where you build that level of unhealthiness with it. And I wonder how many of you are there with me now. It scares me to know that some of you could be there right now with me as I am today. It feels like anything can replace anything. To become a crutch, or not a crutch, but like to become something that you use to escape from reality in some way. But that the idea of substances, at least I think to me, can go very far from just the chemical stuff. Not to say that the chemical stuff isn't necessarily strong. It's very strong, but like, man, some of the stuff can feel the same way because it gives you the same hit. February 28th. Walking through a big warehouse that was lined with dozens of shelves. Parts of the ceiling were open with a lot of light coming through. With a feeling of comfort, but also felt very cold. Found a bunch of boxes that were all mostly empty. Kept looking through all of them, trying to find a watch I thought I lost, but couldn't find it. Tried leaving, but tripped over a gap in the floor. Woke up in a sweat, with a sensation of falling. I hate those falling dreams. It's null time. It's null time. Good. Everything's a little topsy-turvy. You know the person who made the concept of a null value? They call it their $1 billion mistake. So, to see this game glorify it makes me horrified. How dare this game glorify the null value and all the problems it's caused for us. More pesticide. I feel like tons of these. Everywhere. Everything's decaying more and more and more. And this really is what it feels like to almost rot away in your room. Like, it's weird. It's a one feeling that I had from playing Silent Hill as well, where the way that everything rotted away, that's what it feels like when you're stuck in your room and you have nothing to look forward to. Right? When you have like no career opportunities, when you have no way to better your life, when like nothing's going on for you and nothing's going right, and then also everything's getting worse too. Like, this is what this feels like. It's like rotting away of everything. It captures it well. No. What the fuck?
They're there. They're staring at me. They know.
What a weird experience. Again, it's why I like checking out the LSDJAM stuff. Because I always think to myself, what do I feel, you know, in respect to all of this? And what does it make me feel, especially? That's why I think it's interesting to sort of play through these concepts too, because I think everybody stands to benefit from just going through these experiences and seeing what they feel about it and like what they can take away from it. Like, how many of you have really thought about how much your life sucks? Right? How many of you have really thought about how much your life is both really good and really bad in its various ways, right? I would imagine very few of you have come to terms with how shit your life is. And now the computer's turning away. This is what I do. I do feel like this sometimes. I do want to put it away. When you play games like this, you come face to face with the reality of your decrepit life. It's gone. The chain's gone. Good. That's the final room. The mirror room. Let's see. We go here. A lot of pesticides still. What? Chocolate flakes, the best flavor. What? Max 750 grams. Jeez. Another broken... Well, same broken milk, actually. Just more pesticide. I've heard of homes being condemned for being very disgusting. And I think to myself, have we gotten to this point with this home yet? Like, at what point do you say to yourself, there's too many moths, and it's time for me to leave this home? What the hell is going on here? Very Silent Hill. Is it... Did Silent Hill start this? Or was this always a concept of rotting away? Does Silent Hill in a way inspire from... It was it inspired from nature? Like, is it just me being Silent Hill brained that causes me to see Silent Hill in everything that I play? I feel like something's wrong with me. Summer of 2004. What? No, wait, I want to explore the rest of the room. No. Take me back, please. Silent Hill invented rotting. Before Silent Hill, every food that you leave. Before Silent Hill, there were no expiry dates. It's why if you find really old canned food, it's still edible, right? Like, you go to some place and you find like a really old canned, like you know Steve 1981, Steve MRE, the guy who eats MREs, and he buys like an MRE from like the 1970s or the 1980s during like the World Wars, and he eats it and it's still fresh and it's still edible. It was made pre-Silent Hill 1. That's why. You know, I don't go to parks anymore because of this. There's something eerie about being in a park and you never really know what's around the corner staring at you. I say as the family with like 3 children are playing like soccer or something. And I'm standing there just menacingly staring at them. Yeah, but if not for Silent Hill, world hunger wouldn't be a thing. It's fascinating to say that because I feel like the creators of Silent Hill hate world hunger. Which is, that in itself is a weird thing to say, but like I think they specifically hate world hunger. Like they strike me as very, very socially aware people. Their artistry in many ways felt like they knew a lot about the world and felt a lot of the way that the world was. This is you watching me right now. So to say that, and to say that they're the cause of world hunger, either they really hate that, or they, or they find it funny. Like, I'm not sure, but it must sting in some way. That's the message that you took from it. That I took from it. Why are you talking to a... Oh. Oh, I see. Is that getting larger, or is it just me? I killed the deer. If we're assuming that that person is me, I'm assuming that I killed the deer. Okay, if this is me, there's something really wrong with me. Wow. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, I don't like this. I think we're entering the event horizon. We're being swallowed up by the event horizon. I do wonder what it would feel like for humanity to be sucked into a black hole. Like, have you ever thought about what would happen if one day a black hole appeared? Because I don't know if you're old enough, chat, but I'm hoping that you are, because I think this is... If you're not old enough to remember it, you're probably under 18, so I have to ban you. But if you do remember, A, you're allowed to stay here. B, when the Large Hadron Collider was first turned on, one of the fears that was commonly written about was they're going to make a black hole. Like, there's a very low chance that a black hole could spawn, and that could be that could be the end of the world, right? And I do think about that a lot, because during that moment, I was thinking to myself, what is that gonna feel like? Like, I was, I remember specifically lying in my bed, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to die tomorrow. And I remember that day in particular, I hugged my sister, and she was very worried, because I usually never hug her. And then she was like, is something wrong? And I was like, no reason. Because I was like, if you don't know, it's better not to tell you, because presumably dying in a black hole is fairly instantaneous. Like, our perspective would slightly warp, but for the most part, you would feel fine. Yeah, like, we become spaghetti. Like, I was thinking to myself, better not to tell my sister, so she doesn't feel the pain of dying in, like, a black hole. So I was like, okay, well, everything's fine. I'm just hugging you because I feel like I just need someone to, like, hold, right? As like a I'm gonna miss you thing, right? But the Large Hadron Collider did make me afraid of that. Like, this is what it would feel like. You would see this eclipse, just eclipsing you, until eventually there's nothing left. Where's that star over there? Well, one thing I want to point out too: we haven't been lost in this game, except for the cupboard. Only the beginning of this game have we been lost. Otherwise, this game does a very cool thing with the lights and everything to help guide your way. Like, the level design is both interesting to see and extremely easy to navigate. Oh my god, that is terrifying. What a cool level. That was a very cool level. I like that. What's in my journal now? Everything's getting more topsy-turvy. May 12th. Sitting on the couch in my old house watching TV, but the house was just one main room with no windows. The news came on and announced there was a celestial body heading towards Earth at high speeds, and everyone needed to pray. Actually, what's crazy is this just happened to us. I don't know if you've been following the news, but there was a meteor that was going to kill us, and now it's gone. So, this could have been us in a different timeline. Like, if we know that the multiverse is real in reality, which I think it was proven that it is real, or like there's some theory that posits that because this quantum concept is real, this like quantum mechanic concept is real, that like the multiverse is real. Somewhere out there, this was our reality at that moment. I started panicking and walked outside. It was bright with no clouds in the sky. Saw rows of other small houses built into... saw rows of other small houses, but no one was around. Looked at the sky behind me and saw a small black hole hovering in the distance, making a loud wailing sound. felt that the world was about to end. You feel like that might have been the misfed round. We probably would have had fusion energy by the time if creating black holes were that easy. Well... Are you a scientist? Huh? I'm not a scientist, alright? I trust the science journals and whatever they say because I'm not a scientist. And presumably they know more than me because... A science journalist is closer to a scientist than I ever will be. It's like, think about this, okay? Think about this. The worst player on your favorite sports team is closer to the best player in that sport than you ever will be. Think about that. The person that you look at on your favorite sports team and you say they're holding the team back, they're closer to the top player of that sport that you like than you ever will be. Therefore, I trust the media. No, I'm good. I want you to internalize that fact, right? Because when you internalize that and you realize just how useless you are as a person, I think in many ways you free yourself. Because I think the problem is the illusion. Like the problem is that we delude ourselves into believing that we're better than we really are. Oh. So when you free yourself from those delusions and you see yourself for what you really are, that's when you can start to really live in life. IMO. But whoa. You can't just copy paste Wikipedia articles. Explain it like I'm 5. You need a treat. Listen, guys, chat is a communal space. Chat is a communal space. Everybody, you need to think of it. It's like a porta potty. You can't just spray shit on the walls, alright? Take a nice clean shit, wipe it down, flush it out, clean the toilet seat after you're done, right? It's a communal space. You can't just shit all over it. Everybody gets a churn. Oh, I never got to be here last time. So, 3 double swastika. 3 almost double swastika. 3 with a line. Okay. It says basically sun is already does everything a collider would do. So those things were unfounded. Oh. Wait, what does the sun do? What does the sun do? Why is there blood everywhere? Oh, I shit myself. What is that? Shoots cosmic rays at us. Oh yeah, because the whole thing wasn't it to like collide. Right, it's in the name. It was meant to collide particles. I remember now. Yes. Am I supposed to be freeing this thing really? I want to read the dream journal for this. Like they so far we've gotten a dream journal for every single thing, right? What's the dream journal for this specific dream that leads to this event? Of all the meat in the walls and the meat on the floor and then the moth in its cocoon about to burst open. When do we get to hear about this? Hell, even the other side is gone now. Alright. Even if a micro black hole did appear, it wouldn't do anything. I don't believe that for a second. What's happening? You gonna open? Oh! I know the code. Wait. It was this. It was this. It was this. Oh wait, yeah, it's this, and then this. Yeah, because it's based on the order of the rooms. It was this. This. Then it was this, and then it was this. It was this. This, and then this. This is first, this is last. Or do we go backwards? Is it like this? It could be based on when we saw it. In terms of going from this room out. Right? But this is for sure one of the first ones. Or like the end one. So, what? Because we saw this after we saw the 3. And then we saw the 3. No, we saw the 3 inside the room. That was the first one. Then we saw this next, because this was the next one that we found in this room. Then we found another one of these. I can't remember where. And then we just saw the 3 with the line. So, this. It's laughing at me. This. This. I don't know. I don't know anything. I swear I was correct though. What? Yeah, 3. The 3 in that room. Is it based on rooms? Maybe it's based on rooms. I don't know. Maybe it's based on the rooms. Where's the other 2? 3. That's 3 number 1. Moth. 3 number 1. Ew. This is the one. And it's all on the frame photos of people. So, yeah, 3 thing. 3 thing. Oh, 3 thing. 3 thing, right? Wait a minute, I'm stupid. Look at the number of people in the photos. It's the number of people. So it's 3 thing. Because the first one was single. And I bet you this is 4 people. It's 3 thing, right? Right? Is this 4? Yeah, 3 thing. Okay, so it's 3 thing. Oh, these are different. Oh, one is a swastika. That's not good. 3. Wait, what? What was this one again? Was this 2? But this is the 3. Yeah, so 3. It's just the order of the 2 other symbols. Okay. So 3 and one of those symbols. It says a micro black hole would just evaporate and wouldn't be able to suck anything. Says a black hole has the same gravity as the things that it was created from. So it would have the same gravitational force as a couple particles. It says is someone on Reddit. We need... Okay, you know... Okay, our chat needs scientists that would qualify the criteria peer-reviewed. Okay? When you read a science article and you say it's been peer-reviewed, we need those scientists. not Redditors. Do you trust Reddit? I do too, for things like fixing my sink or how to make spaghetti. Not will a black hole kill us. This is what happens when you trust a Redditor. You kill the moth. When you trust a Redditor, you accidentally kill the moth. Are you happy? Do you understand the consequences of your actions, chat? Scientists are all on Reddit. You're not... I didn't know that was a choice. I didn't know that was a choice. Uh-oh. I get it. You can either go back home to where you were, in the mirror world, or you can go down inside the moth hole. What's inside the moth hole? Isn't there a VTuber called Juniper Actis? Isn't she a moth? What happens if you go back to the real world? I'm actually very curious about this. I want to go through this again, if we can, because I really want to figure out what happens when you go to the real world. Or the mirror world. I'm assuming this is us going to the real world. To wake up. Yeah, see, to wake up from my dream. We were sleeping on the floor? What happened to us? Oh, this isn't the real world. You know what this reminds me of? I have this every time I dream. It's actually the weird thing about my dreams is I never really know if I'm awake. It's a problem that I had a lot of when I was a teenager. Like I seriously started to question reality as a teenager because every time I fell asleep, I would dream that I was dreaming. And I would fall into deeper and deeper dreams. Like when I saw the movie Inception, I was like, you guys don't do this? And everyone that I've talked to says no, they don't dream about dreaming. But when I dream, in my dreams, I fall asleep. And I dream again, and again, and again. I have to wake up like several times. It's weird. Like, it's very strange. So when I was a teenager, there was a period of time in my life when I thought to myself, am I really even awake at this point? You've had it like once. Okay, you're very lucky. It's very disorienting. Because you wake up once, and you think to yourself you're awake, and everything feels real. And it's only when you realize that something is just a little bit off that you realize that you're still sleeping. So you wake up again. And then you get to this world that still feels real. And you think to yourself you're finally awake. And then you get to that point and you start doing things. And again, you realize this isn't real. Like, you know that scene in Inception where Leonardo DiCaprio says to Elliot Page, and he asks him her at the time, but like him now. And then he was like, how did you get here? Where are we and how did you get to this place? Right? That's what it feels like. Is you don't question it until something makes you question it. And because it all feels so real, and then you realize, wait, it's all a dream. And everything collapses the same way. Like, it's weird how everything collapses. And I still have those dreams consistently every single night. It's actually frustrating. Well, not frustrating. It's cool. But I'm gonna get into the closet and like talk to myself for a bit. Okay, look, it's cool to like think about because it's like you don't really know what to expect. And when you have those like extra dreams, they feel particularly more impactful. Like they're way more interesting from like a dream level perspective in the sense of like they feel much more powerful the way that everything plays out. It's scary, but it's cool to have it because you get more immersed into it. But again, you have the disorienting feeling of like, when do you wake up? I will say this, reality feels very real, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you wake up into reality and for that brief moment when you first wake up and you're sort of confused about the world and you're sort of confused about how everything is, like that, for that one brief moment, you start to really struggle to see whether or not you're actually awake. Yours only had one leap. You were dreaming you were on a plane, and then the plane crashed, and you realized it was all weird, and you woke up, and the plane crashed and turned out to be a dream, and then you actually woke up. See? Yeah. Good, okay, good. You're the only other person that I've ever heard have that. Because I tell people in real life, and they're like, dude, are you okay? There's nothing written in the journal. Okay, so is this real life, or is this... I want you to say this phrase. And I want you to think about this phrase. Because I used to love saying this phrase because it's so stupid. Let me get a very good angle here, okay? So, listen. Is this real life or is this reality? I want you to think about that. Is this real life or is this reality? I want you to ponder on that as if it's a real question with any deeper meaning. And I want you to pass that along to everybody that you know. I want you to tell others about that question, ask them about that, and get them to think about, is this real life or is this reality? This is similar to those phrases people use to trigger lucid dreams. Yeah, it's a psyop phrase. Yeah. I made it as a child. Mind you, as a child, I was like 12 years old, and I thought to myself, is this real life or is this reality? I thought it was such a stupid phrase. But I was like, oh, that's such a good psyop phrase. So I kept it with me. I can become them. Wait, I can become me, actually. That's eerie, in a way. Is this real life or is this reality? Is it time to leave already? I guess so, sure. Have I had sleep paralysis? Yeah, most nights. I don't have the demon, though. I'm very thankful I don't have the demon. What is that light? Look into the light bulb. What is that shape? What is that? It's like the earth. But I don't have the like demon. I know people who have sleep paralysis and they talk to me about their like demon. And I'm like, that's cool, bro. I just can't breathe. So when I have sleep paralysis, I actually run the risk of suffocating. It's a major issue. But I know how to... So I've learned how to break myself out of sleep paralysis. I'm actually terrified to fall asleep. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never had a good uneventful sleep. Like for me, sleeping and dreaming, it doesn't feel like how other people imagine sleeping and dreaming. Like I talk to my wife, right? And I tell her about the dreams that I have. And she's like, I wish I could dream like you. And I'm like, it makes me realize that it's not that she wants to dream like me. What she's trying to say is, honey, that's fucking weird. Like she's trying to say, I'm really fucking weird. And I got a lot of shit going on that none of us really understand and it's freaking her out, okay? Like that's what she's trying to say to me. Because whenever I go to sleep, again, it's so weirdly vivid. I wake up, I have sleep paralysis. I have to do this thing. I don't know how to explain it, but I have to imagine myself moving my body. Because there's this limbo state. And it happens every time I go to sleep. It's why I don't take naps as much as I want to, because it happens every time I nap. Especially when I nap. Whenever I sleep, this limbo state is maybe like 50-50, okay? Whenever I nap, when I wake up from a nap, I can't move my body, but I can move. Like it's weird. Like it's like I'm dreaming and I sort of like fall back into like a dream state, but it's like I'm dreaming while I'm stuck there. So I'm like both half dreaming at the same time as I'm there stuck in a sleep paralysis. Like I wish I had the demon. Because the demon would just scare me awake, and I think I would rather have that versus that weird out-of-body experience of like being stuck there sleeping. For me, that's like the worst part. It's why I don't take naps as much as I want to. Because, especially because of a nap, like it's when you wake up and it's dark outside, I panic every single time. Even now, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll panic, and my wife will be like, "Is everything okay?" Like it's I'm happy when our dog sleeps with us, because she's sort of like the one piece of reality that I know is there, right? Same with my wife, obviously my wife, but like it's very weird to get into that space. You had it a couple of times, and you also didn't have the demon, maybe because you knew about it beforehand. I've heard that the way sleep paralysis does affect you, it apparently depends on your upbringing, of like, or maybe this is for schizophrenia. Maybe I misread whatever the article was, but it was for either schizophrenia or for the sleep paralysis. But it was apparently some study where it was like, depending on your culture and where you grew up and like how your culture behaves, like in the sense of like what your culture values and sort of like what your surroundings are, your sleep or your something can manifest in like a different way. Like if you're really a religious person, you'd have demons and stuff. If you live in a society that's very much about, you know, you have to succeed or you're a failure, you have people telling you that you're a failure. If you live in a society that's like kind to you, you have people that are holding your hand and saying it's okay. So whatever I have, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. I don't know what's going on with me. It feels like I only just got here. The demon is just basically your brain trying to rationalize the thing happening under the influence of sleep chemicals that still float in your body. Okay, then explain to me why I have an out-of-body experience. Huh? Explain to me why I keep getting stuck in this like limbo hell world where nothing feels good. Huh? Explain to, by the way, I don't know why I can't, most places that I move into don't have this. Explain to me why I'm all fucked up every time I take a nap. I take a nap, I wake up, it's the middle of the night, and I wake up and it's like I'm ready to kill somebody, or somebody's going to kill me. But like I can't wake up either. It's like I keep, again, it's that weird half state of like I'm awake, but I can't do anything, but I know that I'm awake, but I keep falling back asleep. But I'm awake and I'm sleeping. It's weird. I gotta go see a doctor. I gotta go see a doctor at some point. But I'm happy to report that when I did tell my doctor, he was like, "Yeah, you just have a very interesting sleep thing." Like he was like, "You're fine otherwise." He was just like, "It's just sleep in particular affects me poorly." But when I did like a sleep study thing, he was like, "Yeah, like you sleep fine, everything's fine. You like, you're okay. You're just weird." I was like, "Thanks, man. Appreciate that." I've been so happy here. I don't want to go. I'm not happy here. This place is terrifying. And I trust my doctor, okay? That guy knows what's up. This is cool. You know, I wish I had a home like this. Like, you ever see those homes where there's like a... in the middle... Like... I don't know... This might be a controversial opinion. Backyards and front yards are the worst places to be. Front yard, you're too exposed. There's too much danger, right? Anybody at any point could shoot you. And maybe this is only a North American concern, but even in Canada, I still have the fear that somebody might walk up and like shoot me, right? Maybe if I was in like, say, if I was in Japan, I'd be worried about stalkers, which is a whole different problem, right? Backyard, your neighbors see you. I don't want my neighbors to see me. I don't trust them. You never know what they're doing, right? Because how many of you really know your neighbors? Mine could be drug dealers. They could be listening to me right now, and they might think I'm talking to myself. And I basically am, considering that there's like Twitch, like I'm surprised that there's even people within chat, right? But like, there's a good chance that they think I'm crazy, right? So I've always wanted a home that has a middle courtyard. Like the ones that you see in like I don't know. There's like one space. I think it's Spain or like something where you see a middle courtyard and then your house surrounds it. Like that to me is the best thing to have. This idea of your own private public space. Maybe where your neighbors. But do I even live in Canada? You don't really know. You just don't know. These ghosts will always remain in this place. But this is my dream home. If I could have an outside world like this, I would love this. Oh. That's what this room was, chat. This is the living room. This is the same living room from Omori, actually, where sorry, I'm not gonna. No spoilers. No spoilers. Swear to God. I was about to spoil a major plot point. You're incredibly lucky that I stopped myself. What's behind this door? I never got to check. Time passes. Memories fade. But even if I'm sad, it's over. Even if you're sad, it's over. What? What? I'm glad it all happened. Huh? Yeah, you preemptively removed your headphones. Your reflexes are impeccable. Like at this point, if you watch me, you might as well like just play a Mori. Like just play the games that I played that you don't want to watch me play, because I'm gonna spoil them. Okay? Where's the tag? Do I still have it? I will spoil all that you love. I can't. What? I spoil everything. What? How come the last one was illegal? What? It's time to leave now. That was scary. Oh. In the end, I needed you. Needed you to give me closure. And I really love this text effect. It's... I don't know how they do it. Like, the text effect is so good. And it lends so well to the vibe of the game. The dreams are behind me, and now I will pass them along to you. Thank you for everything. That's the moth inside me. Oh yeah, an MRI scan. Yeah. God, that's weird looking. That was cool. That was a very weird experience. It felt very otherworldly. Everything just felt strange. But again, all of these were just exploring somebody's dreams, exploring the things that you sort of see in your mind's eye. And then having the moth inside of you awaken and fly off. That's an interesting concept. That was cool. That was cool. And everything that we played was really good today. Even the things I skipped, even the things that weren't done. The moth is inside you now. Or was it there all along? Yeah, like everything that we've checked out and tried out, every single thing felt like there was so much soul into it. That That was very neat. Every single thing that we played today, that was amazing. We became Moth. We did become Moth. But I'm curious what happens if you go to the other side. Like, can I go through that again? Can I go quickly? How about we save that for somebody else? You know, because the thing about dreams, and this is something that's gonna maybe piss you off, all of you, because I've had this complaint multiple times now where people say, no, streamer, I wish you could try out every route, okay? Dreams and their meanings, and dreams and the things that you go through, the things that you see in your life, the things that you experience, they're unique to you, as was my playthrough of that game. And we'll never actually go back and check out the other ones. Or maybe I will on my own time. But get cucked. Thank you for watching the LSDJAM section that went on for 3 hours. That was actually much longer than I expected. We learned a lot today. We learned that I need to go to a doctor. We learned I need to stop taking melatonin. We learned, because I have sleep problems, I have like insomnia. We learned that dreams affect everybody in a very different way. Some of us have happy dreams. Some of us have really fucked up dreams. All right? We learned that I can't handle horror games on a weekend. I think a horror game is good for like a weekday experience, but not a weekend experience. We learned that Metalogic that the Metalogic company in Toronto is secretly funding all of these indie games. They're secretly funding every single indie game that we've ever played before on this channel, and we have been. Every time somebody throws away their sword to Metalogic, every time somebody sends their like core as scrap metal, every time they go to scrap their computer case, a new indie game is born from the funds given by that scrapping. Okay? We've learned a lot about the indie game economy today. Thanks for watching the LSD Jam section. We're going to move on now.